Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Startup Express Pitching Final 2022 will begin in 5 minutes. Watch live or whenever you are over this planet Earth. And remember, if you're watching it on Facebook or YouTube Live, come on over and log into our official broadcasting page to enjoy Q&A that is live polling and Q&A that will happen throughout the session. You've got 5 minutes. Speaking of which, here are things you could do during these 5 minutes before we start. Number one, maybe, I don't know, make yourself a perfect cup of coffee. Or number two, play a round of Wordle. Number three, perhaps do a quick HIIT 5-minute workout. You know you need that. Number four, maybe declutter your desk. Or number five, just take a moment and meditate. One of 5 things to go through with the 5 minutes. We will begin in exactly 5 minutes. I'll see you then. Ladies and gentlemen, we are live here in Hong Kong. Welcome to the pitching final of Startup Express 2022. I am Vivek Mahbubani, your host for today, and I hope you enjoyed one of the 5 suggestions I gave you for the 5-minute count-up to today's event, because we are in love with the number 5 this year. You might be asking why? Because it's the 5th anniversary of Startup Express. That's right. If I really could, I'd come up to you and say, give me 5. I'll stop. It's okay. It's terrible. I'll stop that, right? Now, if you're tuning in from Hong Kong, I want to say, 大家好嘛. If you're coming in the morning having a coffee in London, well, good on you. Good morning. And if you're tuning in late night having a snack over in New York, well, you're a really die-hard startup fan. I'm impressed as well. Now, Startup Express is a startup development program organized by HKTDC with the support of our strategic partner AMTD Group. With the support from AMTD, we're happily stepping into the 5th anniversary year of the program this year. Now, with this year's application starting back in February, applications from each startups just flew in. Through a series of selection processes with the help of professional judges, we have 20 finalists joining us today from art tech, EdTech, and food tech categories for the first time. Alongside fintech, green tech, health tech, prop tech, and smart city startups, they will be pitching in front of our judges panel and international audience today. And you do not want to miss any of one of their amazing pitches, all right? This is a lot of excitement ahead. Now, in the past 4 years, 40 winners have benefited from our efforts in helping them build connections, explore overseas markets, seek business and funding partners, as well as gaining brand exposure. We're so glad to have witnessed them grow in rapid expansion in so many of our past winners. Now, with every milestone, it's always good to stop and take a moment to look back and go down memory lane, which is why I want to take a moment to review the amazing journey of our past 4 cohorts. Let's check it out. This is the 5th Startup Express, and that's why we will continue the momentum we built up and assist our upcoming winners to scale up. Now, I believe all our audience, whether in person today or online, will definitely be excited to hear the 20 wonderful teams and what they have to say about their fantastic ideas. So to make things even better, we will be having a live Q&A session and live polling session after each startup's round. Now, this is where you get to vote for my favorite startup award, letting us know who you like the most. Now, unfortunately, there is no my favorite moderator award because the correct answer to that would be me. And if you've been tuning in all these years, you will realize I've been saying that joke every single year. I know, all right? I will not stop because just like a startup, you've got to have that never give up attitude to succeed. And I'm never going to give up that joke. It's going to be here every single year. Now remember, to take part in all of these, you will need to log in at our official broadcast page, because on your right now, you will see on your right side, you will see a Q&A and live polling buttons. So we have our first poll ready for today just to get you warmed up. Let's see if you know the answer to this one. Which of the following are the same as 5? Is it the Arabic number 5? Is it the letter V? Or is it the Chinese character of All right, have a little think. Put in your polls and let me know what your answer is. I'll give you a simple hint. They're all correct. All right, so whichever one you press is pretty much the correct answer. You can do this. All right? So I think we all got warmed up. We know how the game works. So it looks good that everyone knows how to work with the polling and the Q&A. So let's get this going, everybody. One more thing I'd like to add is that this year, we actually have a brand new award called the Esg Award. Now, this is to recognize the startup with the most effective integrating environmental, social, and governance ESG elements into their products or solutions that can better serve the community and the environment. It's a very important key point here. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, it is our honor to introduce the judges here who will be picking the best startups for us. Let me introduce them one by one. And let's also hear from each of them what they think is the most important element of a startup. Introducing first, Mr. Raymond Young, Vice Chairman, AMTD Group. Say hi to everyone. AMTD Group has been the strategic partner for the 4th year, and we're so thankful that Raymond is on board with us today. Now, keep coming back because HKTDC values this partnership a lot. Raymond, I want to know, to you, what quality do you think a startup should possess? Real quick, what do you think?
I think the most important quality is the drive and momentum that the co-founder or the founder displays throughout the journey of becoming a startup, and the business model that he or she has in his mind to make the company a great success.
The drive and the momentum, as you said, is the key. We're driving it forward with Startup Express as well, trying to push everyone forward into a better future. Thank you, that's fantastic. Up next, we've got Mr. Jason Chiu, Chairman of Hong Kong Startup Council. It's so lovely to see you again at the panel again this year. Now, let me ask you this. What do you think is the most important attribute of a startup?
I think successful startup has a sense of purpose, and they need to have a big vision to a solution that solves a real market pain point.
Fair enough. A sense of purpose gives you good motivation all the time, right? Now, up next, we have Mr. Ben Chang, Managing Director, C Ventures. It is so awesome having you join us for the first time. How about you? What do you think is important for a startup?
Hi, thank you for having me. I'm very honored to be here today. Most importantly, I think, is the business model and profitability. It's key to whether this company can sustain for long term. And obviously, I think business model-wise and the market size-wise, that's crucial.
That's very true. A startup is only a startup so far. You need to sustain and keep going. Otherwise, you're just an idea that lasted for a short while. That's a very good point. We've also got Mr. Arshad Chowdhury, Managing Partner, Betatron Venture Group. It's another addition to this year's panel of judges. So first of all, welcome. And Arshad, what's the quality you find that's necessary in startups?
Thank you. I think startups where the founders have a really deep empathy for their customers and their customer needs tend to do really well. So I look for that.
That's very true. You got to connect with the customer, then they will definitely want to be loyal and come back to you all the time. Now, joining us online this year, we have Mr. Andrew Young, Associate Director of Innovation, Sino Group. Thank you for joining us on a panel this year, Andrew. So good to have you here wherever you are. It's glad that you're joining us. So I'm very curious, what's the important quality of a startup that you want to look out for?
Yeah, thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to join. For me, the important thing of important character of a startup is the startup must have a dream and the passion to want to live the dream to its fullest, and therefore the resolveness and dedication to make the dream come true.
That is very true. It always starts with a dream and idea that's in your head, and how can we execute that, right? That's a very good point. I see all the judges have told you key elements you need in a startup. So everyone, we know how to start with the startup. We'll see you here next year as well, right? So remember this, just like our judges, you also get to have a say because you get to join our Q&A as well as voting for my favorite startup award. Apart from our distinguished judges, the program's partners are also joining us today in person. So program partners, give me a cheer, everyone. Let me hear you. Are you in the audience? Hey, they were thinking, they're like, I'm ready. They're excited. Yes, we have people here. We have in person as well as online. So they're joining us to see if they can find and identify the startups that clicks with them the most and they want to collaborate for it in the future. Now, today, 20 finalists will be pitching, and 10 winners will be selected. Now, during the pitch, you will be able to understand their marketing strategies, products or services, and potential to be extended to overseas markets. So to ensure fairness, the sequence of today's pitching order has been set randomly as a result of a ballot. So each startup will be given exactly 3 minutes to pitch, where I will come and interrupt them if they go over time. And they will get 3 minutes to have Q&A session with our judges and the public. The 10 winners will be announced at the end of the event. So with that, everybody, I think it's time to get some brilliant ideas flowing, so judges and guests in the same room, are you ready? Yes, we're good. We're all ready. Everyone online, let's do this. It's time. Introducing first, the opening startup to showcase their fantastic idea on stage. Specializes in providing both B2B and B2C smart transport solutions for cities. Please welcome Sosif Limited.
So, hi everyone, we are Sosif. We provide smart transport solutions for cities. So, basically, we are creating a new transport model for Hong Kong, a model that will bring shuttle bus operators, passengers, and business together. A model that can fully utilize the full capabilities of shuttle bus industry to provide on-demand and value-added transit service for passengers and business. Introducing our platform, Esg Transit, with a concept of promoting connectivity as a service, the cost model. At first, our platform only provides the public transport ETA information for our users, but now we have introduced a new on-demand passenger pooling features for our users, which engage our users to pool and initiate different transit demands, and our platform will match the shuttle bus supply to serve their transit need. So basically, on our platform, users can initiate and group their transit demand and make the reservations and do the online payment. At the same time, to enjoy a variety of transport experience on our platform. Let's talk about the business models. Apart from receiving the transit fare from our passengers, we will also adopt a revenue sharing and commission-based business model when we are working with our business partner, because we will be bringing them more customer traffic that they need. We see there's a huge business potential with these business models. What if we can work with the property management so that the residents can use our shuttle bus on-demand pooling service for their daily commute for their residents? What if we can bring companies together so that their staff, they can use our pooling service even after OT? What if we can work with the bar and restaurant at Lang Kwai Fong so that the customer, they do not need to worry about how to get back home even after partying at midnight? We can even introduce a variety of new transport experiences such as realizations, speed dating, or other immersive entertainment on shuttle buses. To be more aggressive, we can even collaborate with various platforms such as OpenRides, Klook, or Hotel.com so that we can integrate our transit service packages with their existing dining, events, or hotel services. Right now, we are engaging strong industry partnerships and receiving strategic investment. We and our industry partner co-estimated that in the upcoming 12 to 15 months, we'll be able to hitting a monthly revenue of over 3 million Hong Kong dollars, as well as serving over 100,000 passengers volumes per month. With Sosif, our vision is to make mobility become easily accessible. Not only do we provide the Esg Transit platform for the public, but also a variety of passenger information system to serve the governments, transport operators, and also the property management. For example, we have served the Transport Department of Hong Kong to provide the ETA solutions to cover the entire public green minibus industry. This is our team. Let's join Esg Transit and enjoy and experience the next generation of transport. Thank you.
All right on the dot of 3 minutes, everyone. Okay, so this brings us to 3 minutes of questions and answers from the judges or our friends online. So I'm looking at the judges, they're digesting what you said. They're probably thinking, how am I going home today? So let's see, any judges have a question? Arshad wants to go first, so let's go with that.
Just want to confirm, you guys are pre-revenue?
So we didn't have any revenue generated from this model yet, but we have the entire platform ready, and we have existing around like 80,000 user download already. We just launched the on-demand passenger pooling new features just like 2 months before. Yeah.
So today, it's already being used by about 18,000 people, is that right?
Yes.
Can you share some statistics on the usage, the retention?
Sure. Right now, we have 80,000 user downloads on the platform. And like every day, there is around like over 1,000 users like using the platform to do their passenger pooling services.
Okay, thank you.
All right, Jason.
Yeah, I'd like to go deeper on the user feedback and whether your intended solution to the pain points is really what came out based on the data. So can you elaborate on, out of those active users, what are they using most in terms of features?
So basically, on our platform, there are a variety of features. For example, like some on-demand passenger pooling. For example, like during peak hours, let's say, for some like daily work commute, like most of the people, they have to take the buses first and then do MTR or take a minibus to do the transit. So through our platform, they can actually take a point-to-point direct service through the pooling of our shuttle bus service. And apart from these major functions, we also provide different like weekend routes. For example, like directly from Tsuen Wan to Sai Kung or directly from Tsuen Wan to Tai Mi Tuk, different many themed travel or different new transport experience. We want to make transport experience more than just from A to B.
How do you know that after they pulled the information and they have the information, they actually follow through and actually take that advice?
So basically, it really depends on their transit demand, because like users, they will tell us, okay, I want to go from A to B. And then we will actually like post all the user demands like on the platform so that different passengers, they will just join the rules, and we will arrange the shuttle bus to serve their commute purpose. Yeah.
All right, so we have half a minute. Andrew has a question. Andrew, please go ahead.
Yes, what is the traction? Which point appeals more to B2B or B2C? I mean, why does a customer want to use your platform, whereas you can find similar information from other means? So what makes a customer stick? Is it B2B or B2C?
So right now it's more B2C. But in the future, our business partner and we anticipated that B2B will account for the major revenue source for the platform. Yeah. Right now it's B2C.
All right, and that's 3 minutes. Well done, Sosif Limited. Good luck. You can take a break now.
Thank you.
Let's continue on with the next group for today. The next group is an AI-powered Web3 art tech startup solving financial sustainability for creators. Please welcome Pawns AI.
Imagine a world where creators can easily have a financially sustainable career. Hi everyone, my name is Kelvin, co-founder and CEO of Pawns AI. We are building an AI-powered creator economy in Web3, giving AI and resale royalties to creators and companies and true digital ownership, as well as O2O utilities to patrons. So a bit of our background, we were incubated by Sequoia Capital X-Plan program, currently part of Hong Kong AI Lab, Science Park, NVIDIA Inception program for AI startups, and also shortlisted for Animoca and Brain's Launchpad Luna program. Some recent features at Asian Financial Forum, Art Central, as well as K11 Museum Jumpstarter. So creators have always experienced a lot of issues, and going forward in the age of automation, when AI will replace a lot of humans, we are here to solve their financial sustainability. So basically, we are a Web3 art tech infrastructure solving financial sustainability for creators. And we are proudly built on Flow, the greenest Web3 network in the entire world. So how are we different? We have 3 key differentiators. One is we are the world's first digital art and entertainment marketplace. We can sell both physical and NFT worldwide. The second is our proprietary AI NFT technology. So AI, personalized unique digital assets, and also NFT Club DAO utilities in-app. So basically, it's a 150+ billion digital marketplace worldwide, and we have artists from all around the world collected by the M+ Museum, British Museum, and also Barack Obama. So we 10x our user growth since our launch organically about 6 to 8 months ago. We have thousands of users now, and some success stories that we have helped our artists with. In terms of our AI NFTs, basically AI personalized digital assets. And so we see a premium and mass market, blue ocean market right now. Basically, any unique digital assets need to be personalized with AI en masse. I can explain more about that later. And basically, at Jumpstarter K11 Museum, we proved that this is very popular with our users. And finally, we are easiest for creatives and companies to tap into ESG-friendly NFT Club DAOs, and we are basically working with most of the biggest real estate groups in Hong Kong, and also companies basically making DAOs easy for everyone to tap into in an ESG-friendly way. We take a commission fee of primary sales and secondary sales. We also charge a fee per minute for our AI NFTs going forward, and also a flat fee for our consulting projects, etc. So this is our global team. I worked at a BCG company in London before. My CTO, everyone who knows him calls him a genius. And hi, Alvin. And we have a lot of talents who want to build a better future with us. We are ready for international expansion, both in the world, in the international market and China, and raising a Series A in about 12 months. And basically, we hope to make Hong Kong proud on the global stage with art tech.
All right, there we go. That is 3 minutes right over there. Let's move ahead to our Q&A section. Let's see the judges that are thinking about this. Any questions from our judging panel? If you do, please let me know. Arshad, you got a question?
Just trying to understand how you guys are differentiated from other NFT marketplaces.
That's right. So can I go back to my slides or no? Oh, that's okay. We have 3 key differentiators, right? The first one is that we can sell both physical and also NFT cultural products. So OpenSea doesn't sell physical, we can. The second one is our AI NFT technology. So, currently in Asia, there's basically no other company that are doing what we are doing. You can basically upload a picture of yourself and turn it into an AI art within 10 seconds and mint it as an NFT close to 0 gas fees. And so AI NFT is another exponential area that we are tapping into. The third one is our in-app NFT Club DAO. So we are a curated marketplace, so a lot of companies want to use us to safely launch the NFT clubs. And we have a lot of emerging top artists from around the world, so they want to tap into ESG-friendly art tech. We're here to serve.
And then once you do bring on an artist, what do you do to retain them, to keep them on the platform?
Right, so on our artist side, it's very strong product market fit because we basically, physical artists, they want to have a full portfolio, both physical and also NFT. We are the only one that's doing that. Second one is financially, we give them 80% of the cut and they get paid immediately. So they just love us. So these are the 2 things that they just want to go with us.
Jason, go first.
Hi, Jason.
Yeah, hi. The marketplace space is quite crowded, right? As Arshad talked about. I think there are two questions here. Number one, how do you attract, how do you find quality projects on NFTs? I know you have some ways to retain them, but can you actually quote some validated cases that that you have done already?
Yeah.
That they prefer you than, for example, OpenSea or other local competitors.
Sure.
Secondly, I think the NFT membership, the club idea is more interesting. Can you elaborate on that?
Yeah, sure. So I guess on the artist side, there are stronger cases. So Conky, for example, an M+ commission artist, considered a local legend, sold at auctions before. Why he's going with us, as a baby startup, right? We launched about 6 to 8 months ago. It's because we have the physical and NFT, and also they find us more trustworthy to work with, because it's all about trust. They can easily tap into NFTs with us. So this is one thing, and they don't have to organize their own Discord community. They can just use our in-app NFT club, which leads to the NFT club side of things. So we are working with, for example, some real estate companies or like movie companies. They want to have a DAO easily for themselves. And so they might not have the resources to organize their own Discord community. They just use us. And we are curated as well. So there will not be any spam projects spamming them right on OpenSea or
So you provide
Discord.
more services, like you do the AMA for them.
Yeah, pretty much. It's a curated one. So when they buy the NFT, they are already become part of this exclusive community on our app.
All right, there we go. That's 3 minutes. Thank you so much for all that.
Cheers.
Good luck. Well done. Everybody online, remember, I told you, great job over there. But if you like them a lot, give them your vote. We have the My Favorite Startup Award, and it all relies on your votes online. So make sure, do you like what you hear just now? Give them your vote and help them get that award. Let's move on to team number 3. They offer an enterprise digital asset key management solution. Please welcome Custonomy Company Limited.
Hi everyone, I'm Annie from Custonomy. Recently, HSBC and Standard Chartered Bank already announced that they invest in NFT and tap into the metaverse. So obviously, this is just the start of the entire industry. To prepare for this, the market actually needs some things that can help the enterprise and the end customer to manage the crypto asset in a safer and easier way. With this in mind, Custonomy has developed a sophisticated NFT custody platform. Our strong R&D team have developed an award-winning key management solutions based on MPC technology and the cryptography principle. Our founding team have been involved in blockchain technology since 2013, and we are very committed to provide a secure platform for the general public. As an enterprise, if you want to be success in metaverse, one of the things is to gain the support from your community member or your end customers. But the public actually have difficulties in adopting cryptos. and even ask them to manage a private key. Even the enterprise itself not familiar with the Web3, no matter ask them to build a platform or to integrate with the existing system, it's not easy for them. And additionally, you still need to worry about how to manage a private key in order to avoid hackers, internal thieves, or getting lost. So, to solve all these problems, our sophisticated NFT custody platform, actually based on the multi-tier MPC technology, provide a perfect sub-custody platform for enterprise and end customer. Our platform can help them to manage their assets securely, and at the same time, we provide rich functions for them to manage even the smart contract and also the marketplace integration. And most important is through our platform, the enterprise can even issue a keyless crypto wallet to their member so that their member can manage the NFT without any fear or without the problem of managing the private key. Traditionally, the enterprise have to fully trust their sub-custodian. If the sub-custodian have any problems, all the parties in the whole chain got affected. But what we are offering here is we're offering a trustless platform. That means every party can have a possession in the asset. So anybody got problems, we can always restore the asset based on the MPC governance. So right now, using our platform, the end user can access their Web3 asset in a Web2 fashion. And the enterprise can get into the metaverse without any technical hurdles. We start from 2020, and we are a member of the Hong Kong Science Park Incubation Program. We finished our seed round last year, and our strategy is to target crypto and non-crypto native companies who are interested in metaverse. And we are a digital security service provider, so we are very, very keen to provide to follow the governance excellence. We have obtained TCSP license, and we are obtaining our ISO standard right now. Our next target is to get the A round funding so that we can expand to overseas market. We truly believe our design for enterprise secure by less solutions can provide a trustless platform to make crypto easy for everyone. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Let's go into Q&A time. Ben, I think you raised your hand. You have a question. Please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. What do you see about competition? For example, there are companies like Hex Trust in Hong Kong, offering similar services.
Thank you for your question. This is always the question that we were asked by people. Okay, so first of all, what we have differentiation is there's two things. One is our technology behind. Okay, like Hestrus, they have their self-only manages the HSM, but recently they have partners with somebody else to do the MPC as well. But what we are offering here is a multi-tier MPC, and we own our technologies. Actually, we could be a partner to them as well. We don't see them as a head-to-head competitors. And then secondly is what we are trying to do is not even for the enterprise, is we want to provide an even more easy way for the end users to tap into the metaverse with a Web2 fashions to manage their assets. So what we are doing is we actually embed maybe the social login or just a membership login into the whole signing process of the blockchain.
Yes, Jason has a question.
Yeah, can you speak to the regulatory risk and requirement of what you do, obviously a custodian service, as well as how do you put up that security high enough, the sizzle aspect of the business?
Yes, we are willing to do that, and we are preparing ourselves to do that, okay? So if we have a chance, we actually want to introduce or educate the public more about the MPCs that we have done, and then to let the regulatory knows that can help them to do furthermore to help the public to have a better platform to manage the crypto asset. Right now, we are trying to go through all these standards. Okay, we go through the ISO, and later on, we will try to go through the SOC 2 as well, so that we can try to get into standard to talk to the authority.
All right, Arshad, you have a question.
Yes, just a quick question about your traction so far. Which enterprises have adopted the solution so far? How many customers you have? What's the number in terms of assets under management?
Okay, we just launched our application last year. We have attracted 2 crypto funds and 1 metaverse project to use our products. And then later on, we are also talking to some partners in Singapore, which they are going to a B2B2C to target all the SMEs to use the platforms to manage their cryptos.
Please go. Are you good? Okay, we have around 40 seconds. Anybody has another question? Anything you're curious about, let me know. We're going to give it a last chance. Arshad, you want
would love to hear about valuation. How was the company priced in the previous round, and what do you think? What are you targeting in Series A?
Okay, we got our seed round. We have raised $2 million, and our valuation last time is post-money $10 million. So the next one, what we are trying to do is, when we look at the history of all the industry from our side, we want to target a 10 million fundraising USD.
All right, we're pretty much out of time, so thank you very much for that. Good luck with everything in the future ahead. Well done. So everybody, remember, we got that vote that are waiting for you. My Favorite Startup Award vote is ready for you to cast. If you liked what you heard, make sure that you support them with a vote. Let's move on to our next team, team number 3. It's a biotech company that develops novel patented technologies for vaccine development. Please welcome Beth Bioinformatics Company Limited.
Greetings, everyone. I'm Chang from Beth Bioinformatics, and these are the 3 things that I will share with you today. To begin with, being a vaccine producer in Asia is not easy, not only because most of the key patents are being held by Western pharmaceutical companies, did not face a lot of fierce competition after the COVID-19 pandemic. Therefore, we propose to help them improve competitiveness by helping them developing new and better vaccines using our patent technologies. This way, they will also be able to save a lot of research time and cost while gaining the patent protection that they need. An example of what we can do for them is by providing better antigen design. The orange bar here represents the genetic match of our designed antigens compared to the ones being used in the seasonal influenza vaccines. And data shows that the vaccine effectiveness could be improved by around 20%, helping our clients to get regulatory approval. Another example is codon deoptimization. As you can see from the pink bar here, not only does our technology outperform other existing methods, we are able to provide a list of flexible recoding strategies for our clients in order to achieve different kinds of desired properties for their proteins. So for our business model, we are a solution provider for vaccine development. We would use our various kinds of technologies to help our clients solve technical difficulties, and more importantly, generate and optimize new vaccine candidates, like a drug discovery company. And in return, we would generate revenue from the royalties of the vaccines we co-developed, service contracts, and consultation. We're expecting initial revenue in 2024. For traction, we have already signed multiple contracts with pharmaceutical companies, including 2 new vaccine co-development projects. We currently have 3 utility patents and more in preparation. For every successfully optimized vaccine, we're expecting an 8.8 million annual revenue, and around 14 times that for every new vaccine successfully released. We stand out from our competitors in the fact that we focus on the intelligent design of vaccines using computational biology, whereas most of our competitors focus on using biochemistry. In addition, our solution is applicable and can be used to serve clients using every kind of vaccine platform, including all the mRNAs, inactivated vaccines, etc., giving us a much larger addressable market and potential clients. More importantly, our technology could be used to tackle the viruses of public health significance, including RSV, COVID-19, and influenza. Beth Bio will be able to improve vaccines and save even more people in the future. Our company is founded by a professor and the former assistant research dean of the CUHK medicine faculty. And here are just a small part of our team's relevant publications, including a paper on COVID-19 that will soon appear on Nature Medicine this Friday. So to summarize, we help pharmaceutical companies make new and better vaccines. We are a solution provider company, and we have already begun vaccine co-development projects. Beth Bio is not the next BioNTech or Moderna, but Beth Bio is the one that can make even Moderna better. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Right on the spot of 3 minutes. Let's move ahead to our questions. Raymond has a question. Please go ahead.
Hi. You mentioned that your vaccine effectiveness is 20% better than other companies in the same business. Do you have proof of that?
Yes, we actually have done both prospective and retrospective studies, and including animal validation experiments. And we actually do these experiments for seasonal influenza. We have done that for around 7 to 8 years. And we actually upload our predictions to the blockchain. For instance, like we do the prediction for the antigens that we think is appropriate for the next year, and we actually upload it to the blockchain 10 months earlier, just at the same time WHO released its recommendations.
Okay. And any international recognition about that advanced stage of your development?
It depends on whether you see pharmaceutical companies from mainland China as a recognition. Because for us, the more important thing is that our clients believe that our scientific technologies are working and prove valuable to them. We currently do not have any kind of international awards yet, but we already have business partners and are having business projects right now.
All right, Andrew has the question, I believe. Andrew, please go ahead.
Yes. How unique is your tools or your methodology to do the antigen design? I mean, what is to stop another team to come into competition? I know a lot of people work in this area. It's also a very crowded area. I mean, CUHK has done a great job, but how do you sustain that edge over others?
Well, we do that by continuously innovating and designing technologies that has never been seen before. For instance, as I mentioned, there was a paper going to be published on COVID-19 on Nature Medicine this Friday, and that technology is actually about we can do a VE evaluation for a vaccine product without having to do any kinds of clinical studies, and we can just do that in silico. And this is in fact the world's first model to be able to do so. And we also have other kinds of technologies, such as we are actually able to reasonably predict future mutations of different viruses, including seasonal influenzas and even COVID-19. So we keep track of what's happening in the academic field and make sure we are always in the frontier research of such set field to keep our technologies always a step in front of our competitors.
All right, we have half a minute. Arshad, you have a question?
Yeah, just trying to understand what a business engagement looks like when your customers are working with you. Is it a service agreement? Is it a software subscription? How does it work?
We're actually engaged in, actually differs from pharmaceutical companies to different ones. Usually they themselves have a research project going on, a pipeline, and then we present our solutions to them and they tell us problems that they are facing with. Sometimes we already have the solutions to that, sometimes we don't, but in the case of such as the codon debottomization, we actually developed that technology to solve one of their problems.
A bit of consulting.
We could co-develop new vaccines with them, as well as service contract or consulting. It depends on the pharmaceutical company.
Thank you.
All right, there we go. That is 3 minutes. Thank you very much for your time. That was Beth Bioinformatics Company Limited. I should change my name to Vaccine as well. All right, let's move on to team number 5 of today. They connect robots with intuitive robot automation and collaboration platforms. Please welcome R2C2.
Hi everyone, so this is Sam from R2C2. So R2C2 developed a powerful robot control unit as well as a robot control platform to help robot automation, to bring the power of robot automation to your fingertips. So we work with different kind of robot. So in different industries, it's really hard to hiring people, right? Especially we're dealing with an aging working class. So robot automation clearly, obviously, is a solution, especially to high repetitive and also high risk operations. But talking about robot automation, it's actually a $30 billion market. And standalone in the construction site, it's talking about $7.8 billion market, right? So with the obvious advantage of robot, what's the reason? Why are we not seeing other robots walking on the street yet? The reason is robot is still really hard to operate, really hard to use. So we developed a brain for the robot to let them to see, to learn, and share knowledge and work with other kind of robot. We also developed a platform which is easy to use. We actually tested on kids. A 5-year-old can operate this robot pretty well. 3-year-old, we're pushing the limit a little bit. So what I'm saying is, I'm pretty sure everyone here, within 5 minutes, you can get this robot up and running. So what we're actually doing is to improve the security and productivity of different industry. In last year, we have deployed 6 different systems and robots across different industry, from property developer, government, and university, for the construction inspections and also asset management project. We help them to improve the productivity and the security for sure. So with our product, we make it practical to use a robot. Robot is no longer just a fantasy. An advanced robot, you just put it in the storeroom. You can actually put it in the real case. So this year, we reached a pretty good year, sustainable, right? So we hit a $1 million revenue record this year, and we're hoping that we can expand to the SEA market. How can we do that? Not only we have a team of geeks, really good in Linux development and robot development, we also partner with sales and also robotic company. And we want to, through that, we can actually expand in SEA through the sales channel. So we're riding on the sales channel. So we're here looking for investment and also partnership. If you also believe that robot is going to be one of the main workforce in the future, then this might be a project that you might be interested in. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Let's move ahead to questions and answers time. Judges, anything you'd like to ask? This is your chance. All right, Jason, go for it.
Yeah, so this is the AI core, meaning the application that runs on the robot, right? So how many types of robots, or the kernel plus the application, how many types of robot is your software running, and what is your business model? It seems to me that the robot is quite expensive to deploy, right? So how do you work with the customer?
All right. So yes, the whole calculation part of it, working on this device, which is our device, the control unit device, it doesn't really relate to the robot itself. So pretty much the robot can be brainless or brain dead, it's fine. So what we focus on this guy. And the questions of the business model in this year, when we work with customer, the revenue mainly come from two things. The first one is a platform subscription, because we own a platform, they rent it out, right? They can use it. They can add for additional services or features. We also work with other AI vendors. So let's say if they develop some really cutting-edge AI application, feel free to deploy it on the robot, right? Definitely as a robot as a service model as well. Yeah.
All right, Andrew is very curious. Andrew, please ask your question.
Yes. So you've been building using a robot to serve customers. So what is your end goal? Are you selling a platform, or are you providing a one-off solution? So what's your end business model?
So the whole business model is still riding on the platform subscription. So when you purchase our platform with the device, you can imagine pretty much like a MacBook, right? You still have access to iTunes. You have access to the basic versions of Apple TV, if I get it right. But if you want something extra, let's say if you want to do customized inspection at different point, more advanced features, then you have to pay extra subscription fee for that. The basic usage is still free. Definitely, if you're renting or buying off some AI inspection model on our App Store, then you have to pay for that as well. And I forgot to answer the questions, what kind of robot they were working with, right? So this is an expensive robot for sure, but we also work with lower rank robot. It doesn't matter if you're a sensors heavy robot, such as like antibiotic from the Switzerland, or any just like from a regular robot from China. That's support well on our system.
All right, half a minute left. Arshad, you have a question?
So am I correct in understanding that you guys are not only building the software, but you're also developing the hardware, which is that component on top of it?
Exactly, yeah.
Okay, thank you.
All right, we got 20 seconds. Any last quick questions you're curious about? Let's see, judges are having a little think about this. Andrew seems pretty satisfied as well. I feel that we're all good. Well,
just one last question.
Go for it.
Yeah, sure.
$1 million this year, what do you think your revenue is going to be next year?
Next year, we're switching more to the device and the sales of that, and trying to push more on that one. We're aiming target to remain the 1 million, or maybe a little bit more, but that's our target at this moment, yes.
All right, well, thank you very much. That's 3 minutes of question time. Well done. There you go. That was R2C2. Whether you're a dog person, cat person, or a robot person, let me know by voting for My Favorite Startup Award. If you liked what you just saw, give them your vote, because they will definitely benefit later on when we have that award that we're going to present. So remember, every time you get a chance to vote for your team that you like the most, it's My Favorite Startup Award ready to go. Having said that, let's see what's happening over here now. One more thing I want to tell you, that join us on our official broadcasting page if you want to see all this stuff. Join the live Q&A, live polling. Make sure you go to the official broadcast page. Do not miss out on a lot of extra fun that we have prepared for you today. Let's move ahead to team number 6. This is a food tech company advocating plant-based, functional, and sustainable foods. Please welcome All Clear Health Limited.
Hello, everyone. I'm Angus. We are Future Salad. So WHO, World Health Organization, recommend every single adult should consume 25 grams dietary fiber every day. But everyone knows that this is a benefit to your guts, to your health, or to your even emotion. But not 87% people cannot achieve it. Why? Here are some reasons. They don't like the smell, the taste, and texture of the vegetables. And maybe they take many times to cook, to clean the vegetables. And the price of the vegetables is quite pretty expensive nowadays. So what if we make salad or vegetables more delicious or convenient? Oh yes, this is our product, Future Salad. How we reimagine the salad, we make from the natural ingredient with our secret formula and our aerospace technology called crystallized sublimation drying technology. So what is the benefit about the Future Salad, the drinkable salad? It is very convenient. You just mix with the water, shake and drink, shake and go. And this is very tasty. We tune the taste more like a juice, very sweet and sour, a bit sweet and sour, and very, because our technology no heat process, so we can keep the nutrient almost 100%. And this is a price affordable and even eco-friendly. Okay, and this is a very trendy thing in Hong Kong. How trendy is it? We are loved by 10,000 celebrity and influencer in Hong Kong. They even have some promo code to help us to expose on the social media, and they even gain some money from our affiliate program. And here are some highlights of our business. And we got 2 rounds of fundraise in these 2 years. And total we raised 30 million Hong Kong dollar. And the past 1 year, our revenue is 14 million. And our valuation now is 200 million Hong Kong dollar. And here are some collaboration with such as Circle DNA, Oatly, Arabica. And here are some new product line in next month. Our hero product is a detox fiber salad drink mix, and we will have another function like anti-aging.
I'm going to have to cut you. That's 3 minutes. We're going to go straight into question and answer time. So let me know if you have any questions. Raymond over there, go for it.
Yeah, what's the significant advantage you see your product over the traditional cold-pressed juices?
Because cold-pressed juice, they don't give any fiber in the juice. They just take the sugar and the water liquid to the juice. But our technology remain all the nutrient, vitamin, mineral, and the fiber.
All right, we're going to go with Ben first.
So do you use a monthly subscription model where you send the pack to their home, or is it like a D2C model where they just buy whenever they want it?
Of course, we have subscription model for the mass market, and we are planning to go to corporate subscription for the corporate staff in maybe August.
But right now, what's your major selling channel then?
For online, we're selling in our online shop and HKTV Mall. For offline, we list in Watsons, Log On, City Super.
All right, Arshad, you have a question?
Sure. Can you help me understand your customer acquisition cost and the ratio between that and the lifetime value?
Sorry, can you repeat your question? Sorry.
How much you spend to acquire a customer, and how much is each customer spending with you over the lifetime?
And the average order value is almost 900 Hong Kong dollar. Yeah.
But what about your acquisition costs?
Acquisition costs, where we mostly in our digital ad, around 200 Hong Kong dollar per order.
Thank you.
All right, Jason.
Looks like that you are mostly validating it in Hong Kong. Any plans, or have you validated in other markets?
Yeah, sure. We already ran a business in Hong Kong, China, and Taiwan. And we just start the business in Thailand and UK. And we are planning to go to US and Canada this
With those
year.
markets, especially what you have tried, any differences in user patterns and tastes?
It's the same formula.
All right, let's see. Judges are having a little think. We have around 40 seconds, so one question can still go if anybody's curious. I give them a few more seconds to have a think. They seem pretty satisfied. Everyone's probably thinking about their vegetables tonight at dinner as well. So we're going to say that everyone is happy with your answers. Thank you so much. Well done over there.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Good luck with this. Now, if you're also thinking like me and thinking, where were you when I was a kid having vegetables? Well, let's work about the future, everybody. If you liked what you just saw, remember to vote for them and give them your vote because the My Favorite Startup Award will count on that exactly. Let's go ahead with team number 7. It's a food tech company specializing in developing and commercializing tasty, innovative, and sustainable future foods. Please welcome Good Food Technologies Limited.
Hello everybody, my name is Josh from Good Food Technologies, and today I present to you the first plant-based pork enjoyed by the mass. So the global meat industry is a huge one, $1.5 trillion, 360 million tons of meat consumed every year. And in Asia, we love pork the most. And it is by itself is a $100 billion market in China alone. However, the downsides of the meat industry are well reported, whether it's land use, water use, drug use, to greenhouse gas emissions. So plant-based has been one of the alternative approaches to improve the meat ecosystem. However, in Asia, the existing plant-based products, there are 3 downfalls. So the first one, there's a lack of pork products. It's mainly beef and chicken. Secondly, it's not as versatile as needed for Chinese cuisines. It's mainly processed, formed like patties and sausages. And thirdly, it's not really engineered for water-based cooking applications like steaming and boiling. So long story short, it's not really fit for Asian cuisines. So here we decided to create our own plant-based pork. But how can we make it tastier, better texture, and more aromatic? The answer here is fat. So here we created Aromax, basically an animal fat mimic made of konjac that empowers plant-based meat to have next-level texture, aroma, and cooking properties. So here on the picture, on the left upper, you see Aromax in its raw form, and the bottom is basically it being in our pork products in a Sanjianbao application. Very juicy. So our business model is very straightforward. We're basically a B2B ingredient supplier, and we're positioned as the most affordable pork with good taste and texture. We are a soy-based product with a shorter ingredient list at a price multiple of less than 1.0. What this means is that we're always the most affordable pork. And our business model and product has been validated by the Hong Kong market, whether it's the most premium, like a Mark 32, or the mass, Hainan Masubi or IKEA, to private label, like Day Cook. We empower all of them. And talking about ESG is very straightforward. With the conventional approach, it takes 28 weeks for a pig to go from baby to slaughter ready. It needs to eat, it needs to drink, it needs to pee every day. All that effort to produce 75 kilograms of edible pork. Whereas with plant-based, you convert plant directly to meat using less than an hour of time to produce the same amount of meat. As for our team, we're a group of passionate foodies who want to change the world from the best universities and leading F&B groups in Hong Kong. We're in Science Park and we're backed by Brink, Gobi, as well as Liver VC. So thanks everyone for your time. We're Good Food Technologies, made in Hong Kong, 好食第一. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Let's go into this Q&A time. Oh man, first vegetables, now pork. This is the best startup ever. So, Jason, you have a question.
I really wish that you have brought some sample, but...
I asked, they couldn't. Yeah.
Yeah, COVID not permitting.
Yeah.
Can you talk about the price point of your product and how that might actually, project in the future when you scale?
So we're currently priced at 30 Hong Kong dollars per kilogram at wholesale, and down to like 25 for the largest groups. And over time, we're setting up our China production, when we expect that to be around 15 RMB per kilo. And that's priced against the historical lows of pork in China.
All right, let's move ahead. Do we have a question? Arshad, yes.
Can you help me understand your go-to-market strategy?
Yes, so we initially started off being a white label B2B, basically the more affordable, high-quality plant-based pork. And now we're looking more at a co-brand model, B2B2C. So basically, we're still supplying the pork, but with a bit more effort to push our brand to be on the menu. And down the line, we'll also have a range of retail products to complement our B2B, basically Chinese-based frozen foods that are plant-based, like dim sums and dumplings. So we'll have a mix of both.
And do you own the facilities in which it's manufactured, or are you renting those? Can you talk a little bit about that?
So we're partnering with a large F&B group. We're using their space inside, but we own the raw materials, the formulation, as well as the machinery. And the collaboration model is basically an OEM fee per kilo produced.
And any limitations to scaling that?
No, so the F&B group we're partnering with, they have facilities in Hong Kong as well as in China. So for the short to medium term, we don't foresee caps.
All right, Raymond has a question.
So because using third-party facility, how do you do quality control to ensure that the product meets your expectations and the standard that you are looking for?
A great question. QC is definitely top priority for us. We have our own in-house QA team to be there as part of the production and to oversee it. Our production partner is also actually one of our backers, so it's also in their best interest to make sure our product is delivered in good quality.
All right, Andrew has a question. Please go ahead.
The uniqueness you mentioned of your pork versus other pork, I mean, would be interesting with the plant-based fats. How well are you able to prevent your competitor from using similar concept to produce the same products?
Yeah, that's a great question. It's also a question for food tech or food industry in general. We initially thought about patenting our processing and formulation, but decided to go with like a more Coca-Cola approach. And to protect this, basically, we pre-mix our raw materials. So by the time it gets to the factory, it's already anonymized.
All right, I think we're out of time for the questions, so thank you so much for that. You can go and enjoy yourself as well as we continue on. Now, did you like what you just saw? Good Food Technologies, was that one you want to pick, man? So make sure you give them their vote for My Favorite Startup Award, because if you liked it, let them know it by simply giving them your vote. Let's move ahead to our next team. This participant is a data-driven health and wellness platform improving the quality of healthcare services. Please welcome Mixed Care Health.
Hi everyone, my name is Alex, CEO and founder of Mixed Care Health. Mixed Care Health is a data-driven health and wellness services to improve the accessibility and quality of healthcare services. Healthcare system is basically broken in many parts of Asia due to low doctor-to-patient ratio, aging population, and traditional infrastructure. To improve this, digital health is a solution. We'll expect to grow by 3 times in 3 years. Consumers today have a lack of accessibility to medical and wellness services with a very traditional experience. Insurance has also have limitation in penetrate into vendors, and also while vendors has limitation in customer acquisition. Mixed Care Health provide accessibility to thousands of health and wellness services through digital platform to connecting healthcare service providers, insurance, and also consumers. Take, for example, we have a collaboration with 1degree. We provide accessibility to thousands of doctors and also wellness services and allow them to book and pay instantly with our booking system. Our B2B solution to insurance and enterprises enable them to access to our vendors with our API white label solutions. And we also allow them to build more innovative and insurance products. We monetize through our SaaS license and implementation fee to insurance company, vendor commission, as well as consumers' subscription fee. Our solutions, it's very unique. We are only a solution provider provide combined wellness and medical solutions with our plug-and-play API model. Today, we have 10,000 consumers with 3,000 services products available in our platform. Our services is used by different insurers like AIA, AXA, and Sun Life. We also have a formal partnership with Big Four accounting firm to provide a flexible employee benefit portal to over 5,000 employees today to improve their wellness. And we also will work together to commercialize to potential 400 clients in Hong Kong. We also forming a partnership with a Chinese-based owner insurance company to develop employee benefit portal to over 10 million employees in China, in GBA and key cities in China. We are leveraging our partnerships, insurance partnership in Hong Kong. We are going to expand to other markets as well, like Singapore and Vietnam next year. We have a strong team coming from different backgrounds, including insurance, healthcare, and technology. Myself, I'm a serial entrepreneur, exited our first startup, backed by 500 startups. And we also have a very strong advisory team from healthcare and tech giant. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. 3 minutes done means Q&A time. Any of the judges that are curious about anything, please let us know. Ben, you have a question.
So is it right to describe your company as like a tech platform to bridge insurance companies and clinics and hospitals?
Exactly, yes.
And what's your barrier of entry? Can other tech firms build a similar platform just like what you're doing?
Well, I think it's what we're trying to do is to create a different kind of wellness and services and collect a lot of data and provide personalized, more wellness service experience to the users. Yeah, so we have our own machine learning model as well.
All right, let's see. Any of the other judges have a question? Arshad, you have a question?
Yeah, what is the current most popular use case on the platform?
Well, currently we are very popular with a few services like physiotherapy, dental services, and primary care.
And is it finding a doctor or a clinician and reserving a service or booking service?
Yes, correct.
Are you also making payments over the platform?
Well, some of the services we allow to collect the payments, but because of the regulations, some of the services we're not allowed to take payment, like medical services.
And when you bring on board a clinician, how often are they using it? And is it supplementary to the tools they use to run their business, or is it replacing what they use in terms of bookings, and et cetera?
Yeah, it's again, doctors are they're very a lot of bargaining partners. So currently we are not supplement them, not replacing them, but we're more like a supplement to us. Yeah, but we are bringing a lot of customers because we have backed up by a lot of insurance company and enterprises.
Okay, and then tell me about some of the key metrics and how the rate at which they're growing over the last, say, 3 months.
Well, currently we're growing a lot of, especially on dental care purchase. So we have a lot of people actually using the dental service because of the regularity, and then in COVID, people stopped using it.
What percent month on month?
Well, around 20% month to month, yes.
All right, impressive so far. We got just under a minute. Any of the judges that are curious about anything? Having a little think. I'm looking, they're all digesting what you just said. Seems like Arshad wants to continue. Go for it.
I can keep going, a million questions. I guess tell me a little bit more about the team. How big is the team here?
As a team, we have like 12 people right now. Yeah, we are planning to expand to China because we are forming a partnership with a Chinese-based insurance company.
Okay, got it. And then in terms of your revenue, can you break down the sources of your revenue right now?
Right now, we are B2B SaaS solutions, so majority, 60% is from the SaaS solutions, and remaining is from the vendor commissions.
SaaS, that means like it's a subscription model?
Subscription-based charge to insurance company and enterprises.
And what was the revenue? What's the revenue estimate for this year?
For this year, we project to 1.5 million to US, and next year is 7.5 million US.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, and time is up. That's 3 minutes of questions. Time done. Well done. You can now relax. That was the Mixed Care Health, everyone. If you liked what you heard, let them know it by simply voting for them. My Favorite Startup Award requires your vote to get casted in to support them to win this award. Let's go on now to team number 9 of the day. They are dedicated to advancing the passive radiative cooling technology for energy saving. Please welcome to the stage i2Cool Limited.
Thank you. So, hello everyone, I'm Martin from i2Cool. This is our role. We need to spend a lot of energy in air cooling each year, resulting in a significant amount of carbon emission, impacting in the energy crisis and climate change. So what's the impact of climate change? So with a global warming, the sea level increase, and this is the SME center, the venue of here today. 100 years later, assume that the sea level increased 10 meters, so the seawater is coming. And how about 10 meters higher? Around all the center here, all the area will be covered by the seawater. So what if all the ice on the Earth has been melted? You see, if 100 years later, we still want to hold this event here, it is impossible because you are under the sea. So to mitigate these effects, we are inspired by a Sahara animal and create a coating that can reflect all the sunlight and emit 8 to 30 micron of the energy to the cold universe to create the cooling. And this can save the energy around 120 kilowatt hour per meter square for the building with short payback period and long lifespan. And launching the product in November last year, we have applied the product in many different scenarios in Hong Kong, collaborating with developers, government, and some building owners to verify the cooling effects in Hong Kong. And our surface area has achieved more than 8,000 square feet, saving around more than 20 kilowatt hour of electricity in Hong Kong, saving 13 tons of the carbon emission. This is a weight of 3 adult elephants, equivalent to planting more than 3,000 trees, 16 charter gardens in Hong Kong. And supported by the CTU and our investor, we have deeply connected with the industry and promise rapid growth in the future. And apart from the building, actually, all the surface in outdoor environment can use our technology for cooling purpose. And we will have new products, different colors, different texture, such as the ceramic and the cooling textile for the cooling mask and the cooling clothes. And we lead the fundraising, and we have completed the first one ahead of schedule before the first anniversary of our foundation. And in the future, we will construct a manufacturing center to increase our production capacity to supply our technology to the global market. And we also want to especially launch the B2C market, such as the cooling clothes and the cooling mask, such that everyone, not only the building owners, not only the developers, can use the technology, but everyone, all of us, can be benefited from this technology. And this is also the vision of our team to promote a sustainable living style and to promote the carbon neutrality and impact everyone. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. This is something important to all of us. We have a bit of time now for questions from the judges. If anyone's curious, please let me know. Raymond has a question.
What is your cost disadvantage right now compared to traditional kind of paint, paints?
For the traditional white paint, the unit cost is around 50 Hong Kong dollars per meter square. So now, if the volume is large, we sell at less than 100 Hong Kong dollars per meter square. But we can create cooling effects except for the normal painting function. So we actually can save the money for the customers.
All right. We're going to go with Jason first. Jason first.
Yeah, how long does the paint last? What's the attrition rate? And have you time tested? And side effects, any disclaimer you wish to state?
Yeah, thank you for the question. So for the side effect, because we are water-based paint, so only the water vapor will evaporate during the current process. We have tested in the UV agent test to accelerate the degradation, and we found that it can last for more than 5 years. So in the 6th year, the cooling performance will degrade around 3%, and in the 10th year, it will degrade 15%, and after that, it will saturate and will not degrade anymore. So if you want to remain the cooling performance as beginning, you can reduce in the 6th year to coating a very thin layer. Yeah.
All right, Arshad.
Do you need to manufacture it yourself, or is there opportunity to license it to other manufacturers?
Yeah. So at the moment, we go OEM, and we are also constructing a small warehouse to manufacture our own product in the Greater Bay Area. So finally, we will hold our brand because of the branding value issue we consider. So we will do the manufacturing by ourselves.
But I guess my question is it so complex that you guys have to do it, or is it something that someone else could easily do if you give them the instructions?
If we give the formula, so it's easy to do because the manufacturing process is easy. We just need a stirrer, like the normal painting manufacturing tools to make it. So that's why we want to hold the formula by our own team to secure the confidential information.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
Can you
Ben
share
has a
more
question.
about the timeline regarding spending into other product category apart just paint?
Yeah.
Because I think a lot of the building today they don't have a wall with paint. They are mirrors and tiles, right?
Yeah.
So when are you launching other use cases?
Yeah, we have all the product demo in the laboratory, but we need to do more downstream research, such as extending the lifespan and lowering the cost. So we will launch the ceramic and the textile within 2 to 3 years.
All right, we're down to 20 seconds. Any last quick thoughts you have? Andrew has a question. Please go for it.
Yeah, my last question is the similar question. I mean, paint, as Ben said, paint is not used as much in external fabrics in Hong Kong.
Yeah.
But have you have product that you can apply on like other services like plastic services, tile services to reflect the heat? I mean, that's a unique function. So do you have some product in that field?
So for the high scrapers, the high-rise building, we will have the textile in the future to like a curtain to install in each floor of the building to reflect the sunlight.
Perfect. That's nice and convenient. Thank you very much. That's 3 minutes of time done for questions. If you liked i2Cool, please go ahead and support them by casting your vote in my favorite startup award, because at the end of today's event, we will announce who got the most votes, all right? Let's move on to team number 10. We're almost halfway there. A B2B2C online marketplace that brings together the most unique food creators. Please welcome Kaliu Technologies Limited.
Hi, my name is Kenneth from Galileo. We believe that talented and passionate chefs are everywhere. There's always one living next door. Our mission at Galileo is to give everyone the power to create, to make it so easy to start and scale a food concept as easy as managing an Instagram account. Since COVID started, the food landscape has changed faster than we can imagine. Restaurants shutting down, and the unemployment rate has skyrocketed. Brands have gone online and virtual. Buying food from Instagram, TikTok, online platforms have become a norm. Euromonitor says the cloud kitchen and virtual brand business will be $1 trillion by 2030. So Kaliu is the answer to the evolution, a simple-to-use, all-in-one first-mile business tool for food creators. Food creators can now manage everything from one integrated panel, from store creation to payments, fulfillment, business analytics, and even booking a commercial kitchen, all done within Kaliu. So this is our current user interface. So a future with Kaliu means that food creators will have all the tools that they need to start. They will know exactly what to develop and sell. They will know what's hot and trending in the market. Our AI predictive tool analyzes our organic data, such as customer behavior, merchant sales pattern, and combine that with external sources such as reviews, hashtags, articles, social media presence. And as a food creator, that means shorter R&D, better product for your customer, and quicker to market. So today, our take rate is 15% per transaction. We're also planning to launch more premium features to our product in the coming quarters. Since our launch of our MVP in 2020, the momentum has been promising. We did $700K gross revenue last year. We're on track to grow 5-folds to close this year with $3.2 million gross revenue and 10 next year. And this is the milestone for our next 12 months. We're launching Kaliu 2.0 next quarter. We're breaking even operationally. We're expecting 500,000 customers transacting to our platform in the next 12 months, and over 3,000 food creators joining our ecosystem. We're entering Singapore, our first international market, and guess what? That's the beginning of our journey. We see ourselves as a very powerful business tool in the region with over 200 million people working in the food industry. So today we have 12 full-time members. Myself, after I left finance, I started my own food manufacturing business. I went on and led 2 regional startups to expand their market share in Hong Kong and Southeast Asia. My tech lead, Miguel, he's an AI specialist and data scientist. We also have 2 active advisors on board, Angela, our current institutional investor and from Cachet Asset Management, and seasoned entrepreneur, Norma from DataCook. So today, I would like to invite every one of you to come on board to build the future of the food creators economy with us. YouTube has made broadcasting so easy. Canva has made graphic designing so easy. For food and beverage, there's Galileo. Thank you.
All right, there we go. Thank you very much. Looking forward to this. If we have any questions from the judges, please go ahead. Let me know if anyone's curious about anything. We have 3 minutes Q&A time. Let's take a look. Jason has a question.
Yeah, and any information on the month-on-month growth? Active users, weekly, daily, or monthly?
Sure. So in terms of downloads, right now we have around 30,000 downloads. And in terms of food creators, we have around 1,200 food creators on board today. Month on month, we grew around 30% month on month. Yeah.
So for all the social and community-based business, what is the critical mass do you think that you need the creators on board to bring this a sustainable growth?
Yeah. So initially helping, let's say, IG shops, individual operators, chefs, it's only the beginning of our strategy. We want to stay focused. We want to serve them better and focus in these small shops first. But eventually, what we're trying to do is build a basically integrated panel where we can really work with different food creators. Let's say restaurants, source owner like distributors, farmers, fishermen, or even anyone who has a passion in food making. Yeah.
All right, let's see. Anybody? Raymond has a question.
How do you solve any logistics issue around distribution of the products? It's a nightmare to expand to so many types of customers and sources.
So right now, 90% of our orders are pickup, so we are basically positive unit economics. And the rest, we basically work with the industry specialists like Zeek, GoGoVan, and Lalamove as well. Yeah. So we don't do our fulfillment ourselves, actually. Yeah.
Right, we have just over a minute. If you have any questions, this is the time to ask away. Let's take a look. Everyone's looking at your technology, thinking about it. Ben has a question.
So can you tell me more? Like, is your company helping restaurants do order fulfillment, or are you telling me you're helping food creator helping monetize by cooking in your kitchen nearby?
So right now we are helping food creators like individual operators, chefs, Instagram shops, TikTok, not TikTok, sorry, but these individual operators. At this moment, we are like a Shopify of F&B to them. With the marketplace upfront. But eventually we want to broaden the definition of a food creator to, let's say, we work with POS. We can even work with like Deliveroo, Foodpanda. We are the first mile business platform to serve all the food creators eventually. So that's our end goal. We want to make it easy for them to do business. We have the tools provided to them. We are working on a machine learning so that they, let's say if you want to become a chef on Kaleo today, you can use our insights. You know what to develop, you know what to sell. So, I mean, what we're trying to change is the behavior of doing F&B business. We want to provide the tools, the platform for them, so the food creation will prosper. Yeah.
All right, we're running out of time, so I'm going to say that's about it. Thank you so much for your time. That's all the questions we have for you. Well done, Kaleo Technologies Limited. If you liked what you just saw just now, make sure to give them a vote in our My Favorite Startup Award, because at the end of today, we will be announcing the winner. And with that, I'm going to quickly transform because we're going to go take a short break. We've just had 10 participants, everybody. We're going to have a little break from the pitching to a little fun little chit-chatting. Everyone, okay, I am back. That's right. Let's do this. We've had 10 interesting ideas, and everyone, it's time to digest those ideas. I think we all deserve a little break. So we've been sitting so attentively. It's time to maybe stand up a bit, move around a little bit, loosen up, and don't forget to vote for My Favorite Startup Award. Let's shift gears a little bit. And because two 2021 winners, Calvin Chang from Espresso and KK Chu from Zeek, are here to join me on stage to share more about the successful journey with Startup Express, and it is definitely a lot of fun for me. So come join me on stage, gentlemen. This is so good to see you. Good to see both of you here. Now, if you did join us last year and watch the show, you know I asked you a lot of weird questions last year. So I'm going to change things up a little bit and ask you something a bit more normal, all right? So can you tell me any exciting achievements you've had with your startup recently that you've made? Can you share with us real quick? Calvin?
Yeah, maybe I'll go first. So last year, the product that we pitched is called Factify. So it empowers IPO due diligence and basically help lawyers with verification. So that has gained a lot of traction. Just this quarter, we've onboarded 2 new tier 1 law firms just for that, despite the IPO market not doing very well recently. So hopefully that can pick up the latter half of the year. But we've also launched a new product that focuses more on thematic investing and ESG. So we've helped Hang Seng Index to do their metaverse and oncology thematic index. And we've also won the HKTDC Grand FinTech Award, which I think last year the Startup Express winner was also an ICT Grand Award. So
I'm seeing a trend here. I'm seeing a trend with these awards. Definitely something you want to look out for. What about you, KK? Anything you want to share?
And for me, there's 2 things. The first thing is about our expansion. We already expanded to 5 cities in South Asia: Taiwan, Bangkok, Singapore, Malaysia, KL, and even Vietnam. Actually, we already engaged more than 20 big brands: Jollibee, Pizza Hut, CP Group. actually our business is growing fast because we are doing the quick commerce. Quick commerce is a new market. The second thing is we just confirmed that the lead investor. We know that the market is very dry, but actually our business is growing very well. And we just confirmed that the lead investor to lead our fundraising round. This should be two good things for us.
That's fantastic. I mean, like, you both are doing very well in the last year. Everyone's got their own stories, but you seem to be doing a very good story here as well. So let me ask you this. So after winning Startup Express in 2021, what was the most important help you got from HKTDC? Could you tell me, KK, anything?
I think for me, it should be something like the branding to the customer through every channel from TDC, social media, on offline media, and seminar forum. And one point is our friends TDC team arranged a webinar for me, talk about the quick commerce. Oh. Because quick commerce is a new business. Everyone understands that, e-com is normal. What is Q-com? 1 hour delivery, 20 minutes delivery. What's the technology inside? So I use the network to express and to some partner, Dr. Go, Price Right, actually they're using our service. And we try to make use of the network to tell what is Q-com, what is SIG.
I'm sure a lot of people would appreciate that. I want it now and it's there already, right? That's a very important thing. What about yourself, Calvin? How has the HKTDC helped you the most ever since winning Startup Express?
Yeah, for a B2B startup like us, focusing on capital markets, usually it's quite niche. It's very hard to reach sort of the broader market. So HKTDC has done an excellent job. A lot of resources, echo what KK said on the PR side. We've gotten a lot of media exposure, even on View TV. And also they've brought us to different conferences, both in Hong Kong and abroad. So that has really helped us build our brand and potentially set us up to democratize some of our technology to the broader corporate market in the future.
So it does seem like to the both of you that Startup Express, especially winning it, is like a springboard. It took what you did and just multiplied it like so many more times, giving you a lot of platforms, connections, exposure that would definitely help with yourself. Now, it is the 5th year for Startup Express, and I'm super happy about this because I am obsessed with the number 5. And I feel like I want to play a little game with the two of you related to the 5. Now, what I want to do is, I'm going to have 5 quick-fire questions for each of you, and I want you to give me the first answer that pops in your head. Okay, the answer doesn't have to be short, but I want the first thing that pops in your head. Okay, real simple. Okay, so Calvin, you're the first one, all right? So give me 5 interesting facts about your business.
All right, we don't sell coffee despite being called Whispresso, so it's wisdom condensed like an espresso and be used daily. Over 80% of our staff are data engineers, data scientists. Despite being a multi-cloud user, we actually built our own GPU-optimized machines for our deep learning training, so that really boosts our capital markets specific AI. We are ISO 27001 certified on information security. That's this year, just because we're serving a lot of enterprises.
Nice.
And
one last one.
One last one. Yeah. And we actually run over thousands of scripts 24/7, collecting over 100,000 documents, mostly company filings, regulatory disclosure daily.
I'd love you to run through my homework sometime as well. So next of all, second question is, what triggered you to start your company? Real quick, what was the trigger?
I think at its core, every company is driven by reporting data, right? Everyone, when we talk about data, over 90% of data is unstructured. So that's sort of why we started day one, is how we can leverage natural language processing and deep learning to turn unstructured data like chats, graphs, tables, things that are usually found in business documents, and turn that into a more structured format. We've applied that in capital markets, due diligence, and research. And we see these are as successful use cases. But in the long run, we're actually trying to democratize this to help people understand their own internal documents with no code at all. So.
Okay, all right, that's good. Well, I'm going to get more personal now. Who is your idol in your industry?
I'm going to say Reed Hastings from Netflix.
Oh, really?
Really like his sort of management.
You're saying this so you get a free account, right? You're like, give me one free subscription, please. All right. Question number 4. What is the successful ingredient you think that's made your company unique?
I think it's about our positioning. So sometimes I call ourselves having a right and a left arm. On the right arm, we have the research side, which means we actually cover data from 12 different capital markets. That gave us a lot of training data to work on to improve our due diligence capability. So we have our market intelligence SaaS, but on our other arm, we have the due diligence tool. So training upon all these capital markets documents, we can very accurately help professionals like lawyers, bankers to do their verification, even support their drafting, and as well as other data reporting workflows. So being a hybrid really helps us differentiate ourselves from a lot of other legal tech, reg tech across Asia, if not globally.
Okay, that's very good as well. I mean, I'm super impressed with that. So this is the typical question, and because I'm so obsessed with number 5, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
In 5 years, we see ourselves as someone who empower all types of corporates in their reporting, especially how data flow through the organization from the operation level to the business financial level to the regulatory level. Ultimately, we all do some sort of reporting for our investors. So from the IR side, there are more and more stringent requirements from stock exchange, especially within the field of ESG. So how we can actually leverage on the latest technology to help people better prepare for these regulatory requirements and different taxonomies across the world.
So hopefully in 5 years' time, no one needs to read reports to this extent that we do today, right? You'll take care of it for us.
Yes.
Exactly. Well, I have a little silly idea what you should do in your office, right? Have your company brochures on one side, have a coffee machine on the other, and have 2 arrows, one pointing this is Whispresso, this is Espresso. Right?
That's a great idea. We're actually thinking of maybe a client perk, right? Having a coffee shop somewhere.
Exactly. Buy a service, get a free coffee, right? Hey, nice, I like that. Let's move on to KK. So 5 questions. First thing that comes off your head, let me know the answer, right? First question is, give me 5 interesting facts about your clients.
I think for me, is how to position ourselves as quick commerce. What is quick commerce? So we need to spend time telling them, the market is new and everyone is looking for the quick commerce, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, how to do the geo-fencing, how to estimate the delivery time. Actually, you know that Hong Kong and in South Asia, everyone mentioned they can do 1 hour delivery. Most of them are using us because they need the solutions to build the quick commerce. The first one. The second thing is, we are the Hong Kong base. We headquarters in Hong Kong. How to get the recognition from different South Asia cities. For example, when we go to the Bangkok, different culture, different group, CP group, minor group, S&P, in Vietnam, QSR, actually they have different culture, different thinking, planning, how we can tackle, how we can listen to their solutions and how to solve it. The third thing is how to make sure that we can compete with other players. It's very important because you know that Hong Kong is only 7 million. We can do very well is 7 million. How we can get the whole South Asia. And the fourth one should be how we can do is not 2C. You know that 2C is in the South Asia, maybe some big player doing subsidy to get the C. But for us, we are focused on 2B solutions. That's why actually we can tell we are not the Grab. We are not the Lalamove. We are not the GoGo. Even we partner with them. Actually, we are providing the quick commerce solutions, not just one. The last one is how we can expand the service not only for South Asia. We are thinking about quick commerce actually is whole world. How we can rely on our experience to go to different cities. It should be our ambition right now.
I think you've embraced the Hong Kong spirit of Fai Lang Zhang with quick commerce. You know, it's like, I need it now, right? I need it good, I need the job done. Question number 2. Do you remember your first investor pitching? What was it like the first time you did it?
Wow. The first time should be 2017.
Oh.
I remember that the one is the Henderson Group, the big fund.
Yeah.
And actually, I'm trying to tell them what's the company and what's my personality and how to make sure that the company is going very well. For me, it's what a mess. For me, because it's the first time. We didn't know how to storytelling, everything. But now, we pitch over 100 to 200. We see it now. We start to smell. And how to storytelling for the PowerPoint, for the pacing, everything we need to improve myself. Even in this moment, I need to hear myself to improve every time.
Yeah, it's very true. I mean, even for myself, first time on stage, you're talking too fast,
Yeah,
you're not saying
true.
things clear. Your commerce is quick, but your speech should be normal,
Yep.
right? That should be it. So there's another, I'm terrible at these. So question number 3, use 5 words to describe your company.
We are to be a quick commerce SaaS company.
Oh, okay.
Maybe
I
one more
didn't
word.
count. I'll let you go with that one. It's okay. You said it.
Too many keywords for me.
You said it so quickly. I'll take it as 5 words.
Quick commerce is one word.
Yeah, there we
too
go.
calm,
That's
yeah.
it. No spaces, right?
Yeah,
that's the trick. Okay, question number 4. You founded a delivery company. Have you ever made the delivery by yourself?
Wow. Normally, every month.
Every month?
Because for me, I'm an IT guy.
Yeah.
I would like to test both sides, the technical side and even the client side, make sure that everything is in move. And in Hong Kong, you know that the February should be the peak for the delivery. Actually, I deliver by myself. Someone like the catering.
Yeah.
Actually, I drive my car to deliver to the peak everywhere.
Yeah.
But one more thing is we are not purely the logistics company. We are the solutions company. So I would like to emphasize that delivery should be part of our solutions.
Yeah.
But actually, we will try all the things. We are co-founder. We are CEO. Cannot just sit in the office and think about the money side or everything in the future. We need to down to earth.
No, it's very smart being the quick commerce, not actually delivering the idea, you give it to someone else. Because my biggest worry is that if I ever deliver something to someone and their building lift doesn't work, now I got to run up those stairs and it's not so quick anymore. You know, it'll take a little while. Okay, last question. Question number 5. This is a bit more serious. What is the expansion plan of your company?
What I mentioned that we already engaged 20 key accounts in the second half of 2022. Actually, we need to make sure that it will be successful to compete. For example, Hong Kong Dairy Farm, HKTDC Mall, Jollibee, Pizza Hut, CP Group, all the big brands in South Asia we are serving. We need to make sure that they're using us happily. So we should be the first one. And the second one is we target this year we need to do more than 50% growth compared with 2021. No matter what's the market, but I believe that quick commerce is the new trend. Everyone is looking for the fast delivery in the future. So it should be our future plan.
No, I think it's very important, especially if we're talking about, let's say, fried chicken. I want it now.
Yeah.
You give it to me tomorrow, it's all soggy. It's no more fun anymore, right? Well, with that, thank you very much, Calvin and KK. It's always so great to see our past winners come on stage and share again. It is even better to see them transform from contestant to entrepreneur. So thank you so much, the two of you. It was a fantastic honor. Please, you may take it easy, enjoy the rest of today's pitching, and let's continue on over here. So with that, everybody, I want to tell you something is that we've gone through 10 pitches so far, right? And 10 pitches have happened, and I have to say that let's continue on and let the inspiration flow. And with that, let's go on to the 11th startup joining us on stage. This is a biomedical robotics startup focusing on stroke rehabilitation and gait training. Please welcome Fleming MedLab Limited.
Thank you, V. Welcome, everybody. I'm Edwin, co-founder of Fleming MedLab. We design wearable robots to help stroke survivors walk again, not just to regain mobility, but to rebuild neural pathways. To visualize these figures behind me, by the end of my 6-minute presentation, there'll be 117 more people suffer from stroke, and over half of them will have trouble walking. So stroke recovery is not just an important topic, it is imminent and pressing. We need to fix it fast. And the current landscape can be seen in 3 stages. In the middle part, subacute stage, is what we clinically defined as the golden window, week 3 to 12. But there are reasons preventing us from capitalizing it. Not enough people, not enough good tools, and limited rehab space and time. And to combat these, our solution focuses on inpatient treatment. And to enable it, our robots are medical grade, and to top it off, our data intelligence plan offers something for therapists to rely on for their therapy planning. And there's no current tool doing this. And you can see here and here, our patented products are very lightweight with a slim silhouette. It is so lightweight that we only need 1 clinician at a time to operate it. unlike the bulky alternatives that takes 2 to 3 people all the time. And you can see another key part of a product is being pneumatically actuated, the middle section, meaning air pump. That's very safe and effective, especially for medical application. And that's why clinicians like the fact that we're medical grade, they can use it, right? But also they like that we're very effective for neuro rehab and the fact that we can do it 24/7, which brings to the benefits is not just to prevent the stiff muscle symptoms from happening, but even more so, we address the root cause of the damaged brain cells by rewiring their neural pathways. And all this brings us to a $31 billion market and is only growing, especially for APAC, which happens to be our target segment. Right now, we've partnered with 2 local hospitals to kickstart our clinical trials in Q4 this year. And we use it with a B2B model, first selling the machine with maintenance plan. We also offer a rental model for the trial users. And under this, we're forecasting a 4.7 million revenue in 2 years' time. And it begs the question, so technical, why you, right? We're a team of researchers and veterans from engineering, physics, and rehab science background with 2 PhDs and 2 professors. Although we only started for 6 months, we're in here for long haul with a full-fledged R&D plan. So please join us in helping more stroke survivors to get back on their feet literally. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Let's hand it over to the judges for some questions and answers time. Judges, if you have any questions, this is your chance to ask away. Andrew has a question. Let's go for it first. Andrew?
Right. What is the uniqueness of your technology? I mean, the market is quite flooded with similar kind of devices to help. So what is so unique about the way that your product can help the patient?
Thank you for your question, Andrew. I would say it's really a mix of 2 sides. The market side, which means we're treating the inpatient segment, and the usage, meaning stroke segment. I guess Andrew might be seeing a lot of common tools they're using in the hospitals, being robots, huge robots, and some kind of limited small electrodes tools, right? Now, these 2 segments have their drawbacks. For the big robots, they are so bulky and so expensive. We're talking about 2 to 3 million Hong Kong dollar every set. So hospitals cannot really acquire them. And you can see in the limited rehab space center, the gym room, they really cannot really place the robot in the gym room. So that's the first part. Second part is being the stroke patients in inpatient stage, they really need something that is particularly suitable for the neuro rehab. Now, you can see other tools, such as orthoses like the braces, or maybe other spinal cord injury robots, but they're not designed for stroke rehabilitation, meaning they actually sometimes worsen the condition of the stroke patients. And you might ask, why isn't anybody doing this, right? Because this space is actually smaller than the spinal cord injury rehabilitation market. But because it is so small, it's what we call the blue ocean here. And we see it as a really great entry angle. We enter this first and then expand to other diseases. I hope that answers your questions.
All right, moving ahead, Jason.
Yeah, which hospital or rehab centers are using or validating your product?
I'm sorry that I cannot really name them because of the non-disclosure, but I can say it's 2 different hospitals in quite a big clusters in Hong Kong.
What kind of sample size are we talking about?
We will have 2 phases, right? The first phase of the pilot trial, we're talking about within 50 subjects. And then the next phase, we're expanding to over 100 to 500 subject base. But that depends on the first trial.
In the slide, you did say that it's clinically proven benefits, right? Does it involve these clinical trials, these pilots?
No.
Or it's prior completion?
So in terms of clinically proven is in terms of the techniques and method we're applying. But there is no current tool that apply all 4 segments together. It's like, say, iPhone. All the components has been built, but there is no iPhone before iPhone, right? Yeah.
So clinically proven in terms of approach,
the methods.
You have applied those methods in the product. The product is being validated now.
That's correct.
All right, there we go. Time is up. We got 3 minutes to run out of time, so thank you so much for that. Well done. Good luck. Again, if you liked what you heard, if you think that impressed you, make sure you let them know by voting for My Favorite Startup Award. You can cast your vote and let us know who you think was the one that stood out for you the most. Let's move ahead to our next group, group number 12. It is an insurtech startup connecting doctors, insurance companies, financial institutions, and insured members with all-in-one blockchain solutions. Please welcome Mediconsen Limited.
Good afternoon, every judges. It's a pleasure to introduce our company to you. I'm William, CEO of Mediconsen. Our company is founded in 2018 with the sole purpose to automate insurance claim. We want one day no one would be ever required to make any claim. You can use your insurance just like a gym membership. And we automate to the very extreme using Hyperledger Fabric to enable all participating insurance company and the hospital to share a common platform with trust. And we are now serving over 600,000 customers in Hong Kong with over 13 insurance partners, including Bank of China, China Life, FWD, and Blue Cross. And we are now connected to over 1,200 medical providers in Hong Kong and one AAA public hospital in mainland China, and many hospitals in the discussion. And we have just completed our PA+1, and we have a blockchain patent granted in Hong Kong and pending in US. This is a bit of PR we are getting to the Forbes 100. For the problems that we are solving, I think I would be very honest to tell you, claim is the #1 concern of buying insurance, because that's the only reason you buy it. But most people, they cannot even know how to claim. They have to trust the distributor to help them to claim. And that's really sad. And there is a very high insurance cost, caused by inefficient pay and claim process. And most importantly, the abusive pricing by the medical provider. Your insurance covers 1 million, okay, the doctor charges you 1 million. So how do we solve this problem? We create a claim automation platform powered by blockchain, enabling insurance company to have 10x better UX. It's the insurance that you could actually use. And we finally want to delete the word claim from the dictionary. And we help them make money by increase the insurance sales. And we also enable fully automated insurance products. And we help them save costs by eliminating the paperwork and efficiency, and also paying the wholesale price to the provider. And for outpatient, it's very easy. You search the doctor globally, present your QR code, and then we pay the doctor wholesale price, everything instantly, electronically. And we are also doing inpatient with a POC with Hansen and also Blue Cross to automate the inpatient flow, starting from the moment that you pay your medical bill. We automate the whole stream so that you no need to submit any claim to your insurance company. And we also enable partnership, enabling different products, and we automate the whole thing using smart contracts.
And time is up. Thank you so much. That's 3 minutes, everyone. Time for the judges if you have questions. Arshad, go for it.
Sure, thanks for that. Can you tell us about your traction?
We have over double-digit percentage growth in transaction every month, and our revenue is growing by 2.5 times expected this year. And we have just closed our PA+1, and we got interest from Saudi insurance company, and we are talking to the third largest one, and they would likely invest in some money to us.
And how many insurance companies are on board?
We have on board 13 insurance company, and our expansion plan is to leverage on their global network. When we serve one insurance company well, we ask them to refer us to their other offices.
Okay, got it. And from the end user's perspective, what's the customer journey? How do they discover the app? How do they use it?
Actually, they use the insurance just like a gym membership. You present an identifier, and then you don't need to pay the medical provider. Everything is taken care at the back, and we help the insurance company automate the whole claim process.
All right, Jason has a question.
Yeah, what's the volume of smart contract that has been auto-claimed or automatically triggered through this process?
We got more than 3,000 transactions in a month. But the smart contract is actually written for multiple purposes. So we can automate the whole process and record all transactions on the blockchain, regardless of the volume.
So the 13 insurance companies that you have signed up, they are all on the same Hyperledger platform?
We separate it by channel, so it's kind of a separation technically, and we are co-contributor to Hyperledger Fabric. And as a matter of fact, we are one of the top in Greater China in terms of contribution to Hyperledger Fabric.
We have just a minute left to go for any questions you want to ask away. We are trying to think about anything you want to know more that he did not explain clearly. Otherwise, it seems the judges are quite happy. Arshad seems curious. Go for it.
Yeah, just curious about the pace of growth. I think you mentioned some numbers earlier. What do you think your revenue is going to be this year and top line is going to be next year?
Actually, insurance is they take time to grow, right? So the insurance contract that we are working with often is group medical that leads 1 year to roll, and they lead a process to sign up. But after we sign up the insurance company, the revenue will grow very fast. And insurance company got a good thing is really they would not stop a service to their patient because that would upset their patient, and they have long-term commitment to their policyholder.
Okay, and how large is your team?
We have around 30 people now.
What's the breakdown in terms of talent, in terms of technology versus sales, et cetera?
More than 50% are for the tech side.
Okay, thank you.
Thank
All
you.
right, we're just out of time, so thank you very much for that. Good luck, and you can rest well now.
Thank you.
That was Medicon Send Limited. If you liked what you just saw, remember what I've always been saying. Vote for them. Let them know that you support them by voting for them in the My Favorite Startup Award, which will be announced at the end of today's event. Moving on, team number 13 is an AI-powered personal financial management company. Please welcome iPick FinTech Group Limited.
Hello everyone, I'm Alan, the CEO and the founder of iPick. Here's a question. How many financial accounts do you have? Like your bank account, insurance, investment, crypto, NFT, octopus. Everyone having so many different accounts. So iPick is a financial super app to help you to consolidate all the financial accounts across the world and help you to optimize, predict, and also analyze your finance for the individuals and also corporates. We believe your financial history will teach you how to optimize your finance. So in statistics, everyone owns more than 10 different financial accounts, and 30% of the bankruptcy cases come from millennials. So we can see we have connected more than 100 banks across Asia Pacific in 5 countries, and also we apply benefit encryption. Because when we link up the banks, there is an issue that all the format in the banks will be different. So we apply machine learning to standardize the data and clean the data. After that, we use 40 million of the transactions to cluster the users what financial action they would do with their social media account. So with this data, what we can predict is that will they repay the debt or not to repay or doing the refinancing. With the social media data, we use NLP technology to study the post, your network, and also your status, so that we can predict your future financial action precisely. So we own our financial license, like personal loan, providing the credit card balance transfer, and assets financing. We are also a platform because the rate for mortgage and those the rate is low, so we're referring the cases of the assets financing to the bank. So we are in the market issuing our own financial product, the first open banking across Asia Pacific, connecting more than 5 countries and connecting all around assets tracking. APAC is a gem, like it's the fastest growing region in the world. We have land in Hong Kong, Singapore, and also this year we will go to China, Malaysia, and also Taiwan. So in the traction, we have more than 10,000 followers, and on social media, YouTube channel, and also 5,000 registered users, and the top 20 in the App Store. So how we earn the money is $20 per month for individual users if they link to more than 3 banks. If less than 3 banks, it's free. Next year, we will provide our enterprise version to help the enterprise to predict their cash flow and also do the invoice financing. So this year, one of the target is also providing our credit card as well. This year, beside the enterprise version, we will provide our API out to the banks and financial institutions to study their client precisely. So our team is 30 people in Hong Kong. So we are now in Science Park. I'm the founder, and we have expert in technology with PhD background. Thank you.
All right, there we go. That is time. So we've got 3 minutes for any questions. Ben, you're curious? Please go ahead.
Yes. How many paying clients are there right now?
30%, about 1,500.
And they are B2B or your B2C clients?
B2C, because B2B is not launched yet. Next year it will be launched.
All right, let's see. Everyone's having a little think about this. Jason wants to ask a question.
It's vastly different market, right? Hong Kong, China, and India. But you're trying to take on all three. So can you elaborate on what you've learned and how you would offer your service differently?
Our team now in Hong Kong, India, and China, yes, because of the labor costs and different elements. And the reason why we expand in Australia, in India, and then have an office there is we previously, in previous 2 years, we have never lost any money in these 2 years. We provide solutions to the banks and financial institutions. So we need more technology background people to work. So we hire a team in India, not outsourced work, but all the things doing internally. So with this background, and the network with the bank and financial institution, we can get the API and connection with them, right?
So just to clarify, you are launching in India, but later on. At the moment, it's just Hong Kong.
Our app is in Hong Kong and Singapore. Okay. Already connect Vietnam, Philippines, the banks, 105 banks.
Got it.
And other banks, right? So for the office, for the working, they only in India and China.
Thank you.
Yep.
All right, let's see. Anybody else? Arshad, you have a question?
Can you review your traction again? How many users do you have?
We have 5,000 users. Because of the COVID previously, we got advertisement on Sogo TV and Lang Kwai Fondos, but in March and April we were impacted. But we are coming back this month and got to be top 20 in the App Store. You can see it now. And we have 5,000 users, 1,000.
How do you measure a user?
AUM, the active monthly users.
Okay, I mean, so it's not just creating an account, it's actually using the app.
Yeah.
Okay,
linking the bank.
Okay.
All right, let's see. We have 40 seconds left, which means one question can probably get fired out. If any of the judges have anything they want to follow up with, they seem pretty happy. Jason wants to ask something. Go for it.
Month-on-month growth?
Month-to-month growth is a lot because, as I said, like March and April, we got the COVID impact, and now I think 600% compared to previous month.
All right, seems that we're just out of time. So there we go. Thank you so much. That's 3 minutes of questions. Well done.
Thank you.
Good luck with that. That was iPic FinTech Group Limited. If you liked it, you know what to do. Go click that button and support them by voting them for the My Favorite Startup Award, which will be announced real soon at the end of today's event. Make sure you let them know by giving them a little vote and vote of support for that. Let's move ahead to our next group. Team number 14 is a biotech company specializing in human infertility solutions. Please welcome Eglogics Limited.
Good afternoon. My name is Tun Nap. I'm the founder and chairman of Eglogics. Today, I'm going to showcase how our revolutionary technology will bring new fertility hope to many mothers. Now, for women with fertility challenge, in vitro fertilization, or we call IVF, is the only solution available. However, for 40 years, the number or the success rate has never changed. And in particular, for women with older age, they have to undergo multiple cycles of treatment. Okay? Now, what explains this poor performance is because the inferior superovulation performance of the older woman. As you can see, the number of oocytes or eggs produced from the older mother is much less compared to the younger counterpart. And what makes this situation even worse is that not all the oocytes or the eggs are usable. The wet one, or we call the immature oocyte, are usually discarded. And even they have the green one, the quality is questionable. And therefore, to sum up, IVF is a stressful and painful experience to many mothers. And because of that, to save this, or to tackle this 40-year-old challenge, we team up with experts from 5 different scientific areas to come up with groundbreaking solutions. And here, I'm excited to show you our first technology known as Egg Boost. It increases the number of usable oocyte and quality by using the discarded material from the mother. And here, we develop a proprietary microfluidic chip that allows the co-culture of the discarded material, including the immature oocyte as well as the menstrual blood cells together. And after overnight of incubation, a usable oocyte will be produced. And I can show you that the number of oocytes after egg boost procedure will increase by 3 times. Okay? And it also reduces the amount of genetic abnormality significantly. Other than the treatment solution, we also developed the world's first gene-based oocyte quality assessment. And this is known as egg check. And egg check is good because conventionally, the oocyte quality assessment is based on the morphological basis. And it could be subjective and inconclusive sometimes. Egg check tap on the precise gene information and provides simple grading for easy reference. Egg check is highly accurate and promising. And with this technology, we are very confident that it will increase the IVF success rate as well as a better egg freezing strategy because no more questionable eggs are being stored. In terms of business development, we're a great team of people in biotech industry as well as healthcare industry. And we are going to launch this egg check service this month, and we are going to launch to the other region in the coming years. On top of that, we are also working with potential industrial partners like Merck.
And that's time. I'm sorry, I have to cut you over there. We are going straight into the Q&A session. Ben, please go ahead.
Yeah, so you're solving, or actually you're improving the egg quality that are being extracted from the IVF procedure. But you are not doing any change to the IVF procedure, right? So it's still a painful procedure per se.
That's an excellent question. So our idea is not to change the industry. We would like to complement the industry. So that's why our technology is highly compatible with the existing procedure. And what makes it unique or interesting is that our technology will increase the success rate of the conventional IVF procedure.
And how do you aim to monetize? So you partner with doctors to launch this, right? So you get what's your thinking? Revenue sharing with the doctors, or how do you charge them?
We will do licensing of our technology and would charge on case basis, and we'll divide the revenue on both parties. Yeah.
All right, Jason, go for it.
Does your technology require any regulatory approval or licensing, or, for example, the equivalent of FDA for the process or the product itself? And can you quantify the success rate increase after using it?
That's an excellent question. So in Hong Kong, we have already got the ethical approval, and that's why we are, as I mentioned, we already launched the service this month. Now, we are also working with different CROs in China and America, like FDA, to get the regulatory approval. Yeah.
All right, Raymond has a question.
What's the revenue metrics like these days? Early stage, right? Revenue metric. How much you charge per case and your likely profitability out of that?
We will charge around 5 to 10% on top of the IVF pricing. That's our goal. So it is totally affordable, and we are not making a huge we're not trying to cause a lot of financial burden to the customer. We'd like to improve their lives. Yes.
Right. I believe Ben, yeah.
And is your tech proprietary in the world, right? Can people do develop similar technology?
Yeah, as I said, both technology are the world's first. We already submitted a patent to protect our technology.
Okay. Arshad?
Yes. I guess, is the processing done at the clinic, or does it have to be done off-site, like at one of the centers that you control?
For egg boost, it will be done in the clinic. For egg check, it could be done in the clinic as well as in our lab. And the nice thing about egg check is that it's highly scalable, and it's like a COVID test for the eggs. And for egg boost, the chip is highly scalable, And we believe that by doing licensing, the technology could be widespread easily.
Are you guys manufacturing those hardware pieces yourselves?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
All right, there you go. That's 3 minutes. Thank you so much. EggLogix Limited. If you liked it, you know what to do. The vote is in your hands. The power is there. Just click a button. Let them know you support what they're doing by simply voting for My Favorite Startup Award. Now let them know it. The vote is waiting for you to do it. This is your chance. Going ahead. Team number 15 recycles residual stock of short-dated, best-before-date products and redistributes them through vending machines. Please welcome Flash Green.
Hello, this is Chang from Flash Green. Before the presentation, let's see some pictures. There are over 10,000 of candy being thrown away because of the best before date. There are over 700 boxes of the potato chips being thrown away because of the best before date. But indeed, they are just the tip of the iceberg. In Hong Kong, every year, there are over 155 million of these products which value more than trillion Hong Kong dollar being thrown away because of the best before date. So, what is best before date? Best before date just recommend the customer to eat the product before that day, then 100% of the quantity is guaranteed. Just past that day does not mean they are rubbish. They are still perfectly fine to be eaten. Well, the best before day concept is also popular in China as well, as it has a huge potential market, talking about 30 trillion RMB dollars, and especially for the young people because they are budget limited. So this inspired us to think, instead of throwing them to the landfill, if we can sell the high quality product at 40% of the market price, then our customer will go crazy for that. The way we do it is no longer through the traditional physical store. We do it through the vending machine and our self-developed app. So why the vending machine? For the physical traditional store, let's say 30K per month, we can already rent 30 machines. That means it's more easy for us to scale up the whole project. We can strictly control the environment and it's smarter. We have the app that can do the product checking, product reservation, and notification. We have the vending machine, and currently we are working on the AI algorithm, just like the Uber test. It can help us to drive the profit and drive the sales. So how's it going so far? We won the most favorite startup award in the university, which means yes, students love our project, and we get a silver award in the Geneva Invention. So we have the great product. We want to benefit our customer through multiple channels. We do it from B2C, sell it in the pop-up store, and we are always be the top sellers among the market. Furthermore, we sell it to the business, such as the co-working space in Central, in Shanghai, to the companies. And besides, we help them to save the money. We also, most importantly, is we help them to build the green company's name, and that is the future. And we are negotiating to collaborate with some NGOs. We provide a job opportunity for their members to do the pack and package service in the shelter workshop. And this is very meaningful and help us to save the logistic costs as well. We have a very computing teams cover from the law, global business, and the computer engineering program. And we believe we can create something. And although we are not like the big technology like Tesla, like the SpaceX, but we are really something down to the ground, bring the happiness to our customer, we can earn the profit, and bring the social impact to the society. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. I'm getting hungry. I love it. Let's continue on with questions right now. So if you have any questions from the judges, anyone curious, Arshad, please go for it.
Help me understand why technology is important to your business. How do you use technology?
Oh, okay. So I would say why we use the vending machine, just like I mentioned, the cost is lower. We can easier for us to scale up. And as I mentioned, the vending machine in Hong Kong is not very successful because I guess it's very convenient for you. Let's say you want to buy the product, you just go to 7-Eleven. That's why we try to use the AI machine model. Let's say in the morning times, all the 7-Eleven is opening, all the shop is opening. We have many competitors. Then can we lower our price to be more reasonable, to attract our customer, not going to the 7-Eleven? When our product is getting close to the expiry date, can we lower our selling price so that we not earning too much, but it can help us to clean the product?
Okay, and can you help me understand the unit economics associated with each vending machine?
Can you make the question easy? I don't understand.
So, sure. Like, how much does it cost to stock it and rent the vending machine, and how much can you make in a month by selling products?
Okay, originally we do it in the campus, and truth be told, we get a very nice price for the vending machine. It's $1,500 per month, and then we can make around $3,000 a month. We don't have to pay the rental cost because it's in the university. But I would say vending machine is not the point we make the money. It is the point we build the branding. We do the education to our customer. What we make the money is we do it through the B2B business model, because just like this morning, we have 20,000 bottles of the juice we get from the supplier. We get the product list and the price list. We just mark up our profit and send to other companies, and then they will order from us. That is the point we make the most money.
And who takes on all the logistics costs of moving the products around?
Okay, so far it's done by me.
All right, Ben, you have a question?
Yeah, so you said after the best before date, it's the quality is not guaranteed, but safety is guaranteed, right? But from your team perspective, how do you ensure that even the product is after that best before date, the food safety is still guaranteed, right? Do you have like, I just don't know how.
I totally understand your question. So first point, we do not sell the product that passed the expiry date because it's illegal and it's related to the safety. For the best before date, it's just related to the quality. We will do it 2 points. First, we will try to not receive too many products that pass the best before date. Indeed, we receive more product that is close to the best before date, let's say 2 months, 1 month. Second, even they pass the best before date, we follow one of the UK government's instruction. They will say, even the product passed the best before date, they have a suggested date, let's say 3 months for the plaster, 2 months for the shoe, meat, something like that. That is the instruction we're following so far.
All right, that's 3 minutes of questions done. Thank you so much. Well done.
Thank you.
I'll see you outside. So with that, that was Flash Green, everybody. Did you like that idea? Do you have a lot of things at home that are best before certain dates? Maybe give them a little support by showing them a vote that you're giving to them for my favorite startup award. Going ahead, team number 16 is a leading software provider specializing in hotel automation technologies. Please welcome Blue Pin.
Hi, everybody. Gary from Blue Pin. Blue Pin is actually a software company to deliver hotel automation. And hotel industry is very important in the world, but they are facing a very serious problem, staff shortage issue. And tourism is recovering, and people is lining up at the lobby to check in. So we see the importance of hotel automation at the moment. And Blue Pin is actually providing self-check-in service to a hotel, and such that there is no more physical contact as well as no more paper involved. So after the hotel guests make the booking, our automated system will invite the customer to do the pre-check-in, and when the guests come to the hotel, they will meet our robot at the lobby to complete the process within a few minutes to get the room key. In case the room is not ready, that's okay, no problem. Our system will monitor the room status. Once the room is ready and cleaned, our system will notify the customer immediately. For the checkout, it's easy. Scan the room key, pay the outstanding balance, and get the e-invoice copy. But why Blue Pin? Property management system, PMS, is actually the core system in the hotel to handle all the reservation and online booking. And Oracle Opera PMS is actually using by more than 80% top hotel group at the moment. And Blue Pin is actually their first Opera certified partner to use kiosk interface on the AI robot. And also, we are first to introduce all-in-one portable kiosk, such that the service can be provided anywhere in the hotel. And we are also first Oracle certified partner in Hong Kong and China. Our existing customers, including 6 hotels in Hong Kong, 1 in Australia. The market potential is huge, and our marketing strategy is through hotel groups, Sun Hung K property referral, as well as our partner sales network. The pricing model to the hotel is very simple. $3 per room per month is talking about 10 cents per room per day. Financial projection indicates that we are making profit next year. Besides, we have other automated solutions, including PMS-enabled messaging service to improve the customer communication, and also e-registration to save 1,000 packs of paper every year. Automated job dispatch to improve housekeeping service efficiently. This is our team. And our dream is to, this is our award that we got, and our dream is to streamline, to change the lobby into a comfortable place so that people feel free to sit around to enjoy the self-serve service.
All right, there we go. That's 3 minutes for time. Now 3 minutes for questions, everyone. Let's see if the judges are curious about anything. If you want to ask, this is your chance. Let's see. They're having a little think about everything. I see that one of them maybe Arshad, are you ready? There you go.
Sure. Can you tell us a little bit more about the length of the engagement so far and the churn rate for the clients that you have so far?
No churn rate at the moment because we launched the service last May, and right now we are getting a hotel sign up every month, and we see the trend because when we talk to the hotel, they see our proposition, and the service and the features are quite fit to their hotel operation and the lead. Particular for the pandemic situation right now, they try to avoid human interaction. So it's good to hotel as well as good to the hotel guests.
Okay, and then what are the switching costs if somebody wants to get rid of you? Are there any switching costs?
It's very difficult. It's very difficult because once we install our system into the hotel PMS, it's very difficult for switching because they need to get rid of the investment as well as to find another vendor. But right now they love our solution. That's why we find we have a lot of inquiry and demand in the market.
All right, Andrew has something he'd like to ask. Andrew, please.
Yeah, so yes, thank you for that sharing. In terms of engagement with hotels, what is your charging model? Do you sell the service or one-off?
Yeah, the charging model is that, okay, first of all, we charge the setup fee. This is one-off, and also we will charge the hardware cost, like the robot, the kiosk, or the laptop model, etc. But that one, we are not getting the profit on the hardware offering because we will charge the software license fee on monthly basis. We will charge by year. So right now we're charging $3 per room per month. Yeah.
All right, we have 1 minute left. Any other questions you'd like to pose?
Does installing the robot or the software in the hotels, does it unlock any additional revenue streams?
Yes, that's right. Because as I mentioned, the difficulty is to integrate with the PMS system. Once you integrate with the PMS system, we can make it like an open platform to integrate with other tech innovation or company so that we can offer additional service like a coupon service, e-shop, as well as some other tour guide, etc.
All right, I think we're running out of time. We only got 5 seconds left, so I'm going to say that's all the questions we have. Thank you so much for that. Good luck with this as well. What you just saw was Bluepin, and if you think that was a fantastic idea, you know what to do. Cast your vote for my favorite startup award and let them know I support what you just told me. Moving ahead, team number 17 is a marketplace for time slot hotels, workspaces, and travel experiences. Please welcome to the stage, Flo.
Good afternoon. Merrick, my company is called Flow. We're a platform that provides flexible hotel and travel experiences in big cities, right now in Hong Kong, Singapore, Malaysia, and Vietnam, with a focus on Gen Z and local travelers. Nowadays, hotels are not just for accommodation, but has become a place for parties with friends, staycation with your loved ones, weekend getaway with a family. Traditionally, hotels sell by night, but on our platform, they can sell by hours, they can sell by sections. That means they can sell the room for more than once per day. Some of our partners actually increase their occupancy by over 30% more on our platform. So this is the APAC hotel market size, which is 110 billion, and we focus on the younger generation, which is 22 billion. So an interesting figure to share, in Hong Kong, September last year, the occupancy rate, hotel occupancy rate was still 46%. So with no overseas travelers, basically, these are all local people. So that's how strong the local demand is. And we are seeing similar trends in other Asian cities that we're going to. So for our users, they're very repetitive. On average, they're making 1.5 bookings per month. And over half of them are still making purchase after 3 months of joining. So we only work with 3 to 5 star hotels to give a high-end hotel experience. And these are some of the big brands that we're working with across Asia. So we have achieved over 400,000 app downloads so far already. And so our uniqueness is not just the flexibility, but also the local payment gateways. In Hong Kong, you can use Octopus to make booking. In Singapore, you can use GrabPay. In Malaysia, you can use Shopee Pay. They actually comprise over 50% of our bookings. And another strength that we have is that we're building a dynamic pricing engine. What that means is that if a hotel asks me, hey, how much should I price a 6-hour section on a Wednesday versus a 6-hour section on a Saturday, we can give that answer because we have collected years of hourly booking data on our platform. So what we want to do is that we want to maximize the revenue per available room, the RevPAR, for our hotel partners. So we are already in Hong Kong, Singapore, KL, Ho Chi Minh City, and we're going to 2 more cities within this year, including Bangkok. So our strategy is very simple. We're going to each market, create differentiation through our flexible hotel inventory, and when the borders open up, we can transform our local users into regional travelers within these regions. So COVID has affected a lot of businesses, but we take it as a chance because domestic travel has become the mainstream. So our positioning is very simple. If you want to book a 4-day, 3-night trip, you still go to the big platforms. But if you want to book a half-day at a 4-star hotel with a great swimming pool for Friday afternoon, you come to Flow. So that's our positioning. We only serve the short-haul travelers and the local users. And this is our team. I'm the CEO of Flow, and we have a full-stack team. We have our own IT team to build the whole network, including some local people already deployed in different regions across Asia. So we Flow. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. So let's go on to question time. Looking at the judges, Andrew actually has a question. I'll give it to Andrew first.
Right, what is the size of your team? And with the expansion into the different markets, do you perceive a huge increase in number of staff, etc.?
Yeah, so right now we are a 15-people team. So half of them are IT people in Hong Kong, and we have some business development staff, going for hotels in KL and also in Vietnam. So in total, three of them, and my co-founder is in Singapore also talking to hotels. So yeah, and then we are looking to hire around 5 to 6 more people within this year. 2 more marketing, 2 to 3 more IT people, and 2 to 3 more local sales people.
All right, let's see. Jason has a question.
Yeah, as we are changing the paradigm of a 24-hour booking, right? So it's like fractionalize a day for booking. What does the hotel, as your partner, need to do to change their workflow?
Yeah, so basically, the ideal way of working with us is that they can reserve, for example, 20 rooms on our platform, and then they can let us decide the duration of stay, the price for them, so that they can really literally sell 2 to 3 sections on our platform. So an ideal case is that, for example, if you can sell a 6 a.m. to 4 p.m. section, plus a 5 p.m. to a 10 p.m. section, and then an overnight section. So that way you can actually sell 3 times per room.
And from your data, what seems to be a pattern that works for the hotels?
Yeah. So actually, I think the best selling duration is 11 to 6 p.m., just the afternoon, and covering the lunchtime. So you can stay with
day of the week.
During of course, Friday to Sunday would be the most popular ones. But on weekdays, we also have sales. Yeah.
All right, let's see. Arshad, please.
Yeah. How has usage changed in Singapore now that things are a little bit more opened up there?
Yeah, sure. So in Singapore, actually, even though now Singapore is kind of opening up more than other countries, right? But actually, people still tend to going for short stays, not really coming back in terms of the long stay. So and in Singapore, which is quite unique, is that we are seeing some people coming from Malaysia, like Johor, which is perfect because we want to target those.
But I mean, is your growth continue? Are you continuing to see growth, or is it flatlining?
Yeah, it's continuing growth.
Okay, and then can you help us understand what was your revenue 2020, 2021 estimate for 2022?
Yeah, so in 2021, the total GMV has doubled than 2020. Yeah, and now we are having 10% average growth rate for this year, and then
10% month on month.
Yeah, around that. And then we open up Vietnam as well this month in Ho Chi Minh City, and some bookings are already coming in.
And 2022 is going to be greater than what 2021 was. Is that
Yeah,
right?
definitely, yeah.
All right, there we go. Time is up. Thank you so much for the questions. That's all we have for you. Thank you. That was Flow, everyone. If you like that idea, if you could use a hotel booking for a few hours for yourself to relax and rest, that might be something you want to vote for. Remember, our favorite startup award is waiting for you to cast your vote and let them know you support this fantastic idea. Let's go on to our next participant who's dedicated to developing green solutions with IoT for different industries. Please welcome Albacaster Technology Limited.
Good afternoon, everyone. This is Peter Chang, CFO of Albacaster Technology Limited. Today, thank you, HKTDC, giving me a chance to present my product and my company here. And have you ever encountered the unpleasant, stinky, sticky, and oil mist in the Causeway Bay or Tsim Sha Tsui or Kwun Tong? Hong Kong is the food paradise, and I believe you must face that situation. And when we view the air control ordinance in Hong Kong and China, and it's found that the regulation is tighter and tighter. And that's why we create UN Kitchen Hood. UN Kitchen Hood is an advanced oil removing and deodorizing device to deal with PM 2.5 and PM 10, and its oil and odor removal rate is up to 85%, and it can transform the uncountable pollutant into the countable data. And the principle is we are using the high power UVC to break down the air into ozone and iron. And when the oil mist react with them, finally, they will come out mainly the CO2 and the H2O. And this process is called photolysis. And then we are using our IoT system to monitor and control the whole system to optimizing them. And this is our client. You can see our product can solve not only the Western style restaurant and Hong Kong style and even the Chinese style restaurant. We are founded in 2019, and we are now is the both EPD and EMSD approved manufacturer, and then now it's funded by CTU and HKTP. And this is our team. Professor Leung and Dr. Wong, they provide us a lot of UVC technical support. And Mr. Wu and Mr. Lee, they provide us the strong business knowledge and connection in Hong Kong and GBA. And I'm Peter, and my partner is Henry and Hugo. And our next UVC solution will be UN Steel Tree, and it will be the first outdoor oil removing and deodorizing device in the world, and it's placed order by JLL. And our business model, now we are using the hardware as a service. In one way, we sell our product and replacement like the UVC lamps in razor and blade model. And in the future, we hope we can develop the subscription model. This is our financial report. Our UN Kitchen Hood is officially launched in Q2 2021, and its cumulative sales count is 15, and it's contribute about $215,000 already. And the replacement is expectedly will contribute about $33,000 as well. And this is our ROI in 5 years. In this year, we will break even. And for the next year, we are looking for the GBA market and the overseas market. And this is the end of my pitching today. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Moving on to questions and answers time. Let's ask the judges. Anything you'd like to ask? Raymond, go for it.
You mentioned that this process will involve cleaning the grease by UVC.
Yes.
In that process, ozone will be produced. How do you ensure that no ozone is leaked in the process?
Yes, that's why we're using our IoT technology to balance the two parties. The first one is ozone, and another party is oil mist. And that's why we need to create our own IoT system to make sure no ozone leaks out, and we can make sure that we can optimize the whole process. That's why we can create the oil and the odor removal rate is up to 85%. I believe in Hong Kong, this is the highest rate in Hong Kong.
Yeah, but if the volume of grease and oil is increasing very rapidly, can this process, the IoT, is effective enough to really kill the ozone created?
Yes,
in time?
the 85% is from the real test, on-site testing from CMA. And then we do the testing in the one Cha Chan in Hong Kong, and then it's proved these technologies work.
All right, any of the judges are curious? Let's take a look. They're having a little think. Let's see, they seem pretty satisfied. Oh, Andrew has a question. We'll give it to Andrew.
Is there any regulatory requirements that you need to comply with in terms of the technology that you deploy?
Sorry, Andrew, can you...
Any regulatory requirements, like does Fire Service Department has any special requirements that you need to overcome, etc.?
Actually, there is no any installation regulation from the government. Yeah, and then if our product can fit in any kind of kitchens, any restaurant, yeah.
Seems pretty convenient. Arshad?
I'm just trying to understand if there are any laws or zoning requirements that would require restaurants or places to use this hood?
The one way we meet a lot of clients, the problem we meet is the size of the kitchen, and that's why we are minimizing the size, and we create another version of our kitchen hood. We just cut off a part of the ventilation system and we modify it, put our UVC and the IoT sensor inside, and even is the traditional one, we can still do the same function. Yeah.
I guess my question was about government policy. Are there any government policies requiring people to use this type of technology?
We can find this traction and the regulation in EPD. And because we are one of the EPD approved manufacturer, and then even the Hong Kong, any kitchen get charges or get reported, and then the EPD will suggest us to them. Yeah, at this moment.
All right, there we go. That's 3 minutes of questions done. Thank you very much. Good luck with this. What you just had was Albacaster Technology Limited with a great idea. If you agree with me, then make sure you cast your vote and support them, letting them know that you thought they were your favorite startup. So moving ahead, the next one is an engraving data and providing certificates for various organizations. This is D-Engraver Limited.
Hello. Hi, this is Jack from D-Engraver. So as we all know, the demand for digitalization of business activity has been greatly increased under COVID-19. But there are several problems that need to be solved. Firstly, trust issue. How can we trust the digital engagement that is not fake? Are the digital records valid and legal, right? Secondly, privacy issue. The traditional database has the issue of information isolation, but the blockchain solution are data public. So how to set up the data access rights would be a challenge. And thirdly is that the existing blockchain solutions are too slow to handle many scenarios that require massive transactions. Therefore, our solution, Sign and Hashtag, forming a blockchain-based one-stop deal closing platform for B2B, B2C business to complete their deal closing engagement and trace ongoing business process. We offered 3D facial record for user identity, the encryption method to protect data encryption, privacy, and at the same time, the digital records on blockchain can ensure it is unchangeable, and all the data can be traced in different workflow and rollback by timeline to build up a trusted link between dealing parties. So speaking of our technology behind, our D-Engraver chain is a multi-layer chain structure that can perform 10,000 speed faster than Ethereum. So as the data increase over time, the scalability of our network can show the difference by increasing the number of nodes. So it supports us to approach and business develop much more industrial scenarios that require massive transactions, like international trading, finance, legal, manufacturing. And all the technology I just introduced have our own patents to protect. And speaking of our business model, we have 3 types of business model. Subscription-based is for per user, per month, or per year. License-based is for large enterprise or organizations. And transaction fee is for traders. And this year, we aim to achieve 1,000 clients with about 5 million Hong Kong dollars. And right now we are opening for pre-A round fundraising for 10 million USD valuation to fundraise 2 million USD for business and product development. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Moving straight into the Q&A section, 3 minutes. Jason.
2 questions. The first question is, your business is in verifiable credential space. Which are the governing body that issue those cert that use your platform? Can you show me some validation? Number 2 question is, you have a layer 1 chain yourself, correct?
We have layer 2. So
Okay,
we are built up as a layer 2 blockchain.
Of which kind of layer 1 chain you're
We can do several options. For example, Ethereum, that is a layer 1, and also some other public chain. We can do the cross chain stuff.
Understand. So could you elaborate on the first question, please?
Sure.
Thank you.
So firstly, we are a dual closing platform. So it's not just only about the credential certification. It's more like we're doing the one-stop whole life cycle of the dual closing. So how can we solve the problem? There are 2 things. Firstly, in Hong Kong and international law, there's an electronic transaction audience law, and we can fulfill all the requirements to prove we are legal. And secondly, we formed a strategic partnership with Robinson Law Firm. They will provide the legal endorsements. And thirdly, in Hong Kong, there is a certification government institution, and we already got approval. But our business is not only just about the certification, it's more about the due closing process.
You mentioned a goal of 1,000 clients this year. So it's halfway through the year. How many clients do you have?
We have, right now, we have 300 clients in hand, and include subscription-based, license-based, and transaction-based.
And what are some examples of the types of industries they're in and the use cases?
Firstly, advanced manufacturing. We have chips manufacturing company, which is a USA company, and they are one of our clients. Green tech, legal and finance. So we have all those client base already.
And what are they using? Which of your services are they using specifically?
The focus will be different for different industry. For example, for the legal tech, they more focus on use the due closing, the digital signature verification of the user identity, and to storm the contract. But for the manufacturing side, they will more focus on the supply chain full life cycle management and manage their SO, purchase order, and etc.
Okay, thank you.
All right, there we go. We've got 10 seconds, so I'm going to close it over here. So there we go. Questions are done. Thank you so much. Take it easy. Good luck with that as well. Let's move this ahead because remember, that was D Engraver Limited. And if you think that is the one, this is your chance to cast your vote. Let them know that you like their idea by casting your vote. Moving ahead to our last but not least team, this one is a data-driven edtech platform that offers parents a range of tools to ensure their child is getting the best supplementary education. Please welcome BusyBuzz Hong Kong Limited.
Thank you. I'm Simon, CTO of BusyBuzz. So BusyBuzz is actually a platform for parents to manage extracurricular activities for their kids. So in BusyBuzz, we have 2 missions. So one, we use data and we use machine learning to provide optimal decisions for parents. So second, we also have automation for the end-to-end enrollment. So we are also meeting the ESG objective. So number 1, by making the parents' life easier. And for children, we also aim to provide the best supplementary education for them. So for our solution, we are having an all-in-one portal from managing the payment, from providing the recommendations, and then we also have booking and scheduling capability, so that it's just a matter of mouse click on our platform. So what makes us different? So first, we have what we call the Know Your Child technology, which is an analytic tool to track the learner's performance across time and across different grades. and this will result in some activity recommendations. So we have a course search engine, which is tailor-made and optimize the relevancy and diversity score. We also have automate payment, which is highly scalable. So different from our competitors, our solution solves for all the quadrants, from booking, scheduling, and information. So we also try to minimize this intermediation risk of having the parents to manage directly with the ad centers. So some figures, we are having over 1,000 parents users with 600 report users. And now we have around 100 of ad center on board. And we have 150K plus courses. And we plan to launch to Singapore by September. Why? Because of the trend where we have increasing spending from parents, and parents are very enthusiastic in children education. And Asian market is actually 20 times as big as Hong Kong market. For our revenue stream, mainly is the commission with the ad center, and we also have report users. And we may also have more stream as we roll out to other countries and have more product offerings. Yeah, so we are high growth, highly scalable, and accelerated by the launch to other markets. And here's my team. We have advisory from university. Together with the CEO, we manage sales and marketing, and then we have a technical team, front end, back end, including the machine learning specialists. Thank you.
All right, there was BusyBuzz Hong Kong Limited. So, any questions from the judges? Let them have a little think, let everything they've been hearing from you sink in. Jason, go for it.
Yeah, as parent, I think we take kids to centers usually based on recommendations or word of mouth, what works with other parents' kids and so on. So in this platform, how would that help me, other than being more convenient and so on, make those decisions more effectively than what we are doing today?
Well, thanks. So I'm a parent as well. It is an all-in-one platform. So basically, you can manage all the activity in one place. So imagine I'm taking my girl to drawing classes, swimming classes, right? So they are separate. They are not integrated, right? So we can have an all-in-one platform so we can keep track of all the classes that I have taken. And of course, there is an analytic tool that provides some assessment for the children learning across the time, so that I can know what kind of activities are beneficial and what kind of courses are actually effective for the kids to learn.
All right, Arshad, yes.
So the users that you showed about 1,000 users. Is that cumulative over time, or is that in any given month?
Well, that is a cumulative figure. So we have 1,000 of parent users as of now.
Okay, and when did you guys first launch?
We first launched around half a year ago.
Okay, and what would you say your biggest challenge is today?
Well, our biggest challenges is because we want to gain more traction, we are trying to open these businesses in other areas, Singapore being the first one. So in our product, we are doing a lot of localization features. So let's say the currency, and then we want to localize the content that is suitable for other countries like Singapore.
It seems like only 1,000. I mean, it's a very large market just here in Hong Kong. Why expand already? Why not double down on Hong Kong and before you grow?
We try to be diverse, but not limited to Hong Kong. Of course, we are going to increase the market share in Hong Kong as well. So we do have a lot of marketing campaign, and then we also have, together with us ad center, we have events. That is to attract more parents in Hong Kong as well. So we are not forgetting about the Hong Kong market, of course.
And then when you acquire customers, do you have to market directly to the parents, or do you just bring on board the businesses and then they bring the parents on board?
Actually, for the parents on board, it's just as easy as going to our platform and do an account creation, as simple as that. And then, of course, they can learn our brand through our events and a lot of other channels like Facebook and the social media platforms.
All right, there we go. That's 3 minutes of questions done and done. Thank you so much. Good luck with that. That was BusyBuzz Hong Kong Limited. If you liked it, this is your last chance to let them know that you definitely want to support that idea. Vote for them for My Favorite Startup Award, because that will be announced real soon at the end of today's event. So with all our finalists having presented their brilliant concepts, I am sure that all of you are very nervous for the results. I am excited and anxious to know exactly what the judges' decision is. So before that, I'd like to invite our judges to please go upstairs for a quick discussion over the scores, have a little think. Who did you like the most? Who got the best points over there? What was the big argument? Who stood out for you as well? And with that, while they're getting ready to go over the scoring and the judging and all that stuff, I am so delighted today to have Dr. Calvin Choi, Chairman and CEO of the AMTD Group, joining us all the way from overseas for a quick chat to show his support for our event, even though he cannot join us in person. So, Calvin, how are you today? I see you're traveling. I'm super jealous. Where are you? What's going on?
Hi, Vivek.
It must be super important right now. It must be super important. I see you're in the car already zooming to your next meeting. So what are you up to now?
Exactly. So I think once again, I'm very happy to be here for the Startup Express. I think AMTD as the sole strategic partner under the leadership of HKTDC, that we are seeing this program become the most core program, I think, for startup community to groom them, to support their development growth, I think, from Hong Kong and beyond that. Myself, I think on the road, I think playing a bit of a similar kind of from a startup to ongoing journey, continuously building out a company, sustainability, continuously connecting out from Hong Kong. So I think, Vivek, you know that this year, the World Economic Forum, Davos, the annual championship meeting, is back in person. So I'm very glad and honored to be representing Hong Kong to attend the meeting. And this Davos has some very special meaning. I want to share with all the contestants, with all the audiences online, also physically. So this represents the first Green Davos ever, because Davos is always in winter, January time. And because this year of the pandemic, of course, then it's finally back into action. It's amazing news, but it's a Green Davos. And secondly, I think it's the first time Davos conducting during, again, right, the COVID time. But I think there are some very important common themes that we see as important to share with all of you. I mean, one is that it continuously emphasizes into inclusion, into diversity, into open connectivity. So these are all the areas of things that I'm also seeing in our startup program, because we support diversity. Now that I'm very glad to see more of the different diversified industry sectors, new ideas of participants, contestants joining us. But then the program is actually to support us to open connect, representing Hong Kong, but to grow beyond that. And I think that the importance about this Davos, that we're also seeing that the next chapter of the world, we're really seeing one important word that's very important, is resilient. So it calls for more of the resilient corporate citizenship, individual citizen of the world, that we ought to play more of a resilience, perseverance, but all coming actually from several things. One is, of course, health is most important. And secondly, I think it's into social protection, and also most importantly, education.
Well, I mean, you said it right. Resilience is key. And also, sometimes when we go through struggles, we come out with a better outcome. Like right now, Green Davos. I mean, come on. It used to be all cold and stuff. Now you're seeing beautiful trees around you. The sun is out as well. That's a good thing. But I'm always curious. I mean, you're talking about the future now, and you see good things, especially with Startup Express, and you encourage a lot of our participants to also think beyond the limits of Hong Kong and think globally. But how do we bridge that gap? What do you recommend we can do to bridge that gap between where we are now and where you're suggesting we get to?
I think it's something very much important is that you don't confine yourself in terms of whichever you are currently situated in, no matter in terms of the environment, in terms of the particular, space, the geographical location. But I think, in this world, it's really about open connect beyond your original domain. Like, how, when I built our AMTD from Hong Kong, now that we have businesses around globally, just like that when we branch out from original financial services company, now they're onward into different kinds of, diversified businesses, including most recently digital media, that I'm very happy and glad to share with all of you that we bought out 100 years old French digital global media group, Le Fichel. So this as an example, I think, how when we open connect, the world actually brings us to a new dimension, new areas of space that we haven't imagined. So I think, the imagination is to not preset about, your imagination areas, but, do not set any limit. As we always, say that limit is the sky, but now they're probably not the sky. As we march into metaverse, into the outer space, I think it's actually wider connectivity, and also I think be very curious about, anything that you might not have think of, before, in a way that, you explore every possible ways of creativities, innovations. So that is something that I think is very important for every startups.
I think that's very important as well, basically thinking outside the box and pushing as far as you can with creativity. One last thing, Calvin, how's the weather there? Is it nice and cool and dry?
You pointed every, the specials, moments of time that right now in the international world is all busy. Every flights, are all completely full. It's hot, right? Weather's getting very hot, but dry, of course, comparing to our hometown, Hong Kong, very wet. Of course, nothing comparing best, I think, to what we have in Hong Kong. I think, as part of China, we open connect, I think, within ourselves, as part of the Greater Bay, with a significant amount of population, I think the market opportunity is just enormous. But in terms of how Hong Kong has been connecting through with the world, just talking about Asia, we talk about, right now, I think one of the very important concepts about globalization is the regionalization of the globalization. So how actually we from Hong Kong connect with places like Singapore, with other places of Southeast Asia, I think it's a vast areas of space for us to consider. So I actually, heard some of the contestants talking about expanding to Singapore. I think just embrace it, chase for it, because I think these are all the areas of space that when you open connect, you find new partners, new opportunities, and new areas of growth.
Well, I wish you all the best on your travels. Thank you so much for that. All the best of luck with your meetings as well. The humidity in Hong Kong will welcome you once you come back as well. So thank you so much, Calvin. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you, Vivek. Thank you, everyone.
All right, so everyone, the intense heavy lifting is pretty much done, and it's time to take our minds off of everything while we wait for the scoring of the final results. Let's get to know the finalists, shall we? Let's get them on the stage and invite them here. So finalists, please join me on stage. I want to have a little chat with you all. Let's get to know you all from a personal point of view with no stress from presentations. All right, just come over here to the stage. I've transformed into my friendly social version of myself. So join me on the stage. Everyone just stand comfortably. I'd like to get to know you a little bit more and have a little bit of fun as well. So first of all, before we do anything, let's get a group photo together. So everyone come closer together. Otherwise, let's try to do 2 rows, all right? Let's go 10 and 10. Anyone who feels like they could do a good squat, come to the front. There we go. Who's looking good? Who's got those fantastic thigh muscles? So let's get a photo together. One quick picture. Let's get everyone in. All right, let's look forward. One normal photo for the official reports. We've got this one. Can we get a picture? One. All right, photographers over here. Let's get one more. Don't stop yet. Let's continue on. Get some more good pictures. One more photo over here. All right. Now, this is, of course, Startup Express. We have to be a bit more wild, but this is the normal one first with the official stuff. Let's get one happy photo later on once we get this last picture. Okay, so everybody a little bit more wild, a little bit more powerful. You're representing yourself. How are we feeling today? Are we feeling good? Yes. There we go. That was a good warm-up. Let's do it. Are we feeling good? Yes. There we go. We got that picture with that one moment of happiness. The results are not out yet, so everyone's on good moods for now. But we're all relaxed. We did our fantastic pitches. One more picture. All right. Thank you so much, guys. So Real simple, what we're going to do now, as you know with me, I am obsessed with the number 5 this year being the 5th anniversary of Startup Express. I want to play a game with you all. It's a simple game. It's an A or B game where I will ask you simple questions. If you identify with A, you go to that side. If you identify with B, you stand on this side, all right? Now, with the number 5, you're thinking, oh, what is he going to do now with the number 5? We all know the power of our 5 senses, right? So with that, I want to get to know, as startups, your sense of smell, okay? Do you prefer working with fresh air? You stand on that side, or do you like air conditioning and air purifiers? You stand on this side. Fresh air, I'm talking like hot, humidity, all that stuff as well, all right? All natural. Okay, so let's see. We got some fresh air. We got the honest people on this side. Right? All of us being indoors now, forgetting what it's like outside. So we get most, you can see over here, oddly enough, we pretty much could almost say 50-50. So it seems like it doesn't matter where you want to be, startup is right for you. It doesn't matter if you're indoors or outdoors, right? That's the key over here. Okay, as long as there's oxygen, we'll take it. All right, that's the first thing we've got. Okay, so second question, this is your sense of sight. All right? Do you prefer working during the day with sunlight or working at night under the moon with artificial light? Sunlight, natural light, or more artificial light? So sunlight is on this side, artificial light is on this side. What is it? All right, so the natural air people seem to like the sunlight more. Some people who like air conditioning are like, no, I like the windows. Okay, so clearly people over here, you prefer your own lamps and spotlights at nighttime, right? Is there any particular reason why the nighttime attracts you the most?
It's quiet, right? We need to think. We need clear mind.
You need clear mind. You need quiet, clear mind.
I don't like the chirpings of birds.
Wow, you don't like nature at all.
Natures, but then, it's so humid in Hong Kong. I don't like the mosquitoes bites.
I totally understand with that one. Every creative idea gets crushed once you have it zzz, zzz, flying around, right? Now, I am curious. Now, you like the fresh air. You like the daylight. You like everything natural, it seems, right? Is that what it is? Like, in your workspace, do you have a lot of plants and a lot of nature around you?
I guess not so much, but I try to, work in a very oxygenated way, so then my brain gets more oxygen and my mind is more clear, and sunlight just gives me a natural energy, I guess. So.
There you go. As you can see, we pretty much still 50-50 over here. So again, it doesn't matter if your environment is noisy, close the window, work at night. It doesn't matter. Startups is definitely a way you can go. Moving ahead, our sense of taste, okay? When you're stressed out, specific when you're stressed out, okay? When you are stressed out, do you go for the sweet snack or the savory, salty snack over here? Stressed out, not on a general day, not when you wake up and think, I gotta stay healthy. No, it's when you're stressed out. Sweet is on this side, savory is on this side. Let's get to know them. Who likes the sweet stuff is to that side, savory, salty stuff is over here. All right, no snacks at all, stand in the center. All right, I can tell why you have no snacks, I understand, It is pretty obvious over here. So, my friend over here, you and me need to be good friends. When I'm stressed out, the French fries come out, the chips come out. What is the salty snack of your choice?
Oof. Thai sweet chili chips, anyone? No one?
You're going not just salty, you're going spicy as well. I like your sweet chili, everything. You're mixing it all up. So it's more the salty at night. And does it have to be crunchy?
Yeah, I mean the crunchy, basically another different textures.
Yeah, different textures.
Yeah, to spice up your day.
Yeah, to give you some motivation to keep going. There you go. Now, the sweet people over here, you, my friend, you can just stand here. I have nothing to talk to you about. Okay, so I'm curious, though, as a parent, though, sweet stuff when you're stressed out, is that a good way to show your children?
Yeah, but I always tell my children not to have so many sweet. Anyway.
You tell when you're stressed out like daddy, then you can talk to me, all right? Otherwise, it's not fair. What about yourself? What type of sweet? Are you talking ice cream? Are you talking about candy, chocolate? What type of sweet stuff when you're stressed out?
Dark chocolate.
Specifically dark chocolate. Okay, is dark chocolate just because it feels like less sweet? Is that why?
Partially, yes, but also because chocolate sort of lightens your mood a bit.
That's always the excuse I give myself as well. I'm trying to lighten my mood. I'm not, greedy. So there we go. So it seems to be, if you like sweet stuff, again, you seem to be more inclined to startups, but doesn't mean anything. If you don't like snacks, look at this. This is a fantastic specimen as well. If you like salty stuff, also works. So that's another example we can see. Seems like startups, anyone's possible. It's just a great idea that's required over here. Moving ahead to our sense of hearing. Okay, when you are working, specifically when you're working, okay, do you prefer listening to music that has vocals, has a singer? Or do you prefer music that is only instrumental? Or do you like ringtones? What do you prefer more when you're working? Right? What do you like more? Instrumental is this side, as in no vocals, no singer. Singer is that side. Right? Do you like your songs to have singing? Right? Do you like to have people, no music at all, my friend. You like silence to the point you should work at a library. Right? Okay, that's good enough. I guess the focus, right? It's all about the focus. Is that it? Right?
Yeah, definitely 100%. You know, like whatever's happening around you, focus on those things and what's in front of you. Less on your ears.
I think your next office should be a cave. I think it'll definitely air-conditioned cave, right? Okay, so over here, what type of song? What's the last song you hear? Do you remember?
Not a song, but maybe a playlist. So I actually go for the AC/DC.
AC/DC going to rock it out. Okay, I mean, I do see it with the robotics and everything. It's all machines. You want some heavy metal over there, right? That makes sense over here. Lastly, how many of, I've got to get to you though. Okay, so no snacking, but a lot of music. Right? What did you feast your ears to when you were preparing for this pitch this time?
I guess sometimes I listen to classical music and no instrumental stuff, and also rock music. I'm a musician as well, so I come from a rock band background, and so some instrumental rock like Linkin Park or something like that. It's quite uplifting.
All right, so it's all about the uplifting as well. Okay, so let's go on with the last sense. This is a sense of touch. If you have a touchpad or a touch screen, right, and you want to write on it, do you use a stylus, as on this side, or do you use your own finger on that side? Do you have a specific stylus you use every time? Like, some people are like, oh, my fingers are too precious. So finger is this side, stylus on this side. If you use clearly, oh, wow, okay. So I guess everyone has a limited budget, and the finger is free. Fantastic. I like it. So AC/DC, you've got all the heavy stuff. You got the machine. Then again, I mean, it is robotic. So I'm pretty sure by the time you use your finger, the machine's like, I can't detect this, right? So stylus the whole time. Is it simply because of convenience or because of the type of work you do?
Pretty much just accuracy.
Accuracy, that is true. I mean, miscalculate something, the machines will bite you, so you don't want that. Okay, so stylus over here. So again, let me ask you though, what happens though, how often do you use stylus? How many of you are touchscreen people or do you prefer typing? If you're touchscreen, just raise your hand. Do you prefer having touch pads, touch screens and stuff, or do you prefer the more tactile? So you like touch screens. Everybody else is more like, I'd prefer to just type it up and use a mouse and click it up. That's another trick you want to learn now. Either you go and build something fantastic and use a stylus, or you make sure you use like a mouse to click and everything. That's a little quick tip over there. So if you find yourself using your fingers, you're on the right path as well. Okay, with that, let's see. The judges are still thinking about this, so we're going to move on to game 2. So come back, everybody. We can reset the stage. Come just stand around together. Don't be so shy. This one is a little bit different, okay? This one I just felt I want to be a bit cheeky. It is the 5th year. We've had so much fun. Now, in Cantonese, the number 5 is which also kind of sounds a bit judgmental, as in right? So I felt it'll be fun. Normally when you do your pitches, it's very positive. You're like, help support us. This is a great idea. But I want to reverse it and be a bit more judgmental, a bit more Cantonese, a bit more attitude, where it's like, this is what I do, but if you don't want to help me, it's fine. For example, if I'm here trying to save the world, but if you like to see the world burned, it's okay. Right? It's up to you. So I'm going to randomly pick someone. All right, but what I would need to do, I want everyone to help me as well. And I'm going to be very mean. I'm going to use a way that I like to do is basically everybody get your index finger out and point to the sky. Everyone, get your index finger, point to the sky. And what I'm going to do is when I count to 3, I want everyone to point at someone. And that lucky person gets to do the first judgmental pitch of the day. All right? You can point at me, but then I'll do it again. I'll just keep resetting. I'll just keep doing it again, okay? So when I count to 3, I want everyone to point at some random person you see around you, and they will have to do it for me, all right? 1, 2, 3. Let's point it. Okay, it seems like everybody on this side clearly wants to go this side. Everyone on this side clearly is going to this side. So whoever is in the center seems to be in trouble here. So it seems like you're hiding in the back. And I kind of feel that you are strategically doing this, which is getting you in trouble because they're all pointing in this direction. So I'm going to pull you out over here. You got to come and join me over here. Okay, so what we're looking for, it's the same as your pitch as earlier on. But what we're trying to do is maybe go reverse the attitude where, if you don't support me, this is what's going to happen to the world. And if you do that, if you're okay with it, it's fine. So usually when you have a little attitude, you say it, and you're like, if you don't want to help the world, that's fine. I'm just saying, if you don't help me, you're going to ruin the world. So you see the reverse where you're trying to be a bit more arrogant. So you see what we call chundi, in Cantonese, Yeah, yeah, momentarily. Yeah, you can do that. So that's the idea, right? So you tell the same pitch, but reverse it, where you're telling the judges of like, if you don't support me, it's okay. But I'm just telling you, in 5 years' time when this happens, don't look at me, right? I'm going to give you the time. You get a minute, just for fun, just for fun. Again, the scores are done. This will not affect your results, okay? Yeah, 扮串樣 and stuff like that. So you can be a bit more, 串啲, kind of like play, but just simple, just having a little bit of fun. All right, we'll do one quick one and we're going to end it. Let's go. Yeah, just look at them. Just be like, okay, yeah, okay. Oh, you're looking at me? You're tuning. Oh, okay, that's fine. Okay, I'll take it. That's good. Thank you so much. That Chun Young is very good. I'm scared of you now. You can go over to the back again. All right, with that, I think we are done with the results. I think I'm excited about this. Let's not waste time because this is the moment we've all been waiting for. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready to find out the results? If you are, make some noise. Okay. All right, so once again, I would like to ask all the finalists, you can take off the stage, go sit down and get ready for the results. We're going to announce it one by one. Please take it up. Go to sit down and relax a little bit. Whew, okay, so with this, I want to remember a few things. Here is the most exciting moment of today. We've got the results in my hands. I am going to be announcing the startups with the highest votes from the general audience. Okay, with this, I would first like to invite Mr. Stephen Liang, Assistant Executive Director of HKTDC, to come up to the stage to help me present the award. Please, right over here in the center. Okay, so this is the My Favorite Startup Award, which goes to Good Food Technologies. Good Food Technologies, please come to the stage. Let's get it forward to Good Food Technologies. Well done. You got the most number of votes. People loved your idea. Let's get a photo in front, a little happy picture together. There we go, getting one last shot. And I think we're good with the photos. Thank you very much, Good Food Technologies. You may take it easy, take a seat again. Stephen, please stay on stage because we're going to announce the ESG Award. And the ESG Award goes to i2Cool. i2Cool, well done. All right, let's get a photo together facing forward, please. All right, everything's good. Okay, thank you so much, i2Cool. There we go. That's ESG. Thank you so much, Stephen. You may please be seated. And now I'm going to announce the 10 winners in random order. So please, when the winners, you hear your name, please come up to the stage one by one if I call out your name. So firstly, I would like to invite Raymond to please come up and present the prize for the first 3 winners. Raymond, please join me on stage as we announce the first 3 of the 10 winners for today. Let's do this. Right in the center, please, Raymond. The first winner, so far, so good. I'm going to pick them out. Hey, you know what? Let's go with this. Good Food Technologies. Good Food Technologies, please join me on stage. Let's get a picture in front. One more in the middle. Okay, thank you very much. Please remain on stage. Raymond, the next one is Kaliu. Kaliu, congratulations. Let's get a picture together. Well done. Congratulations. Moving ahead. The next winner is EggLogix. EggLogix, come on up here. Congratulations. You did it. One little happy picture together. Thank you so much. Well done. Thank you so much, Raymond. Please be seated. Let's continue on. I'd like to invite Jason to come join me on stage to present the next 3 winners from our 10 winners today. Jason, come on stage. Let's get ready to announce the lucky people. The lucky team that is coming into our top 10 is All Clear. All Clear. Well done. Come on up here. Let's get a picture and looking forward. There we go. Congratulations. Continuing on, Jason, please remain on stage. The next winner is Custonomy. Custonomy, well done. One picture looking forward, little happy smiles. There we go, congratulations. And one more for Jason to present. It is Flo. Flo, you did it. All right, there we go. Thank you very much, Jason. You may please be seated. Well done. Thanks for your help. Now I'd like to invite Ben to come on stage and present the next two winners. Ben, please join me on stage right over here as we announce the next two lucky winners over here. The winner is Beth Bioinformatics. Beth Bioinformatics, congratulations. Let's get a picture looking forward together. Okay, congratulations. Well done. One more for you, Ben. The next winner is Pons AI. All right, thank you so much, Ben. You may please be seated. Now I'd like to invite Arshad to come up on stage and present the last two winners for us. This is it. The last two slots are available. Who is it going to be? The ninth winner so far. It goes to Mixed Care Health. Mixed Care Health, you did it. Let's get one happy picture to remember this moment. All right, Arshad, this is it. The last chance. The last lucky team. The last team to make it through for our top 10. It goes to i2Cool. You got a picture? There we go. Thank you very much, Arshad. You may please be seated. One more hand for all our winners, everybody. One more hand for them. Well done. Fantastic efforts. And all the finalists as well, great effort. Now, last but not least, we would like to invite Raymond once again to present the award of AMTD SpiderNet Startup Award. Raymond, this is it. This is the one I've been waiting for. And the winner for this one, the AMTD SpiderNet Startup Award, goes to Eglogics. Congratulations! The AMTD SpiderNet Startup Award goes to you. All right, right in the center, please, let's take a photo. Okay, there we go. Thank you very much. Congratulations. Raymond, do please stay on stage with me, because now I'd like to have Raymond stay over here, and of course, all our judges to please join me on stage for a photo together. And our top 10 winners, please join me on stage for one happy picture together. Of course, our ESG and my favorite, who, of course, we're also in the top 10, so we don't have that as well. So let's get to top 10 winners. Please join me on stage for a picture together. The judges can stay over here. The competitors who won will be closer in front. Bring up your big, beautiful signboards as well. All right, let's see over here. Let's make sure that we can get this, everybody joining us. Okay, there we go. So if you want to, the winners, if you want, you can come in the front as well. Don't be so shy. Okay, let's get a little bit cozy so we can fit within the frame. Everyone get a picture together. We got our judges, the top 10 winners. We've got Raymond. We've got our top 10 winners as well. Let's get that picture together. It's a happy moment. You did it. The hard work has completely paid off. Nice thumbs up. Fantastic day. All right, a few more pictures. Don't let that pose stop. You're looking good today. All right, let's get 2 more pictures over here because I want to add more friends to join us as well. Can I please invite Calvin from Espresso and KK from Zeke to join us on stage? You made today a fantastic event with your sharing and insights. It's a matter of time. Who's going to be the lucky person next year who join us on stage and tell us what has happened in the past year together? Here are some props. Hold it up with pride. This is what Startup Express is all about. It's about seeking partnerships, enhancing brand awareness, exploring different markets, and helping you build connections with different people you never thought you'd connect with. Let's all look forward together, having a happy smile on your face. I know the mask is covering, but we can see it with your eyes as well. So one happy smile. Don't cover your faces. The big signboard is there, but your face is fantastic as well. Let's get that picture. This is a happy moment. All right, one more time. Let's do a little bit cheer. Yeah, a little more cheer to that. A little thumbs up. But you know what? Let's also go. I'm going to count 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. We did it. Yeah. Haha. Yes. Congratulations again, once again, to all of you. Let's get one picture. This is super important. Let me get one picture with me as well. I miss you guys. Hey, let's get one picture. Yay. I'm in here as well. Let's do this together. In 3, 2, 1. Yeah, we did it. It's done. Startup Express 5 years anniversary. We made it happen thanks to all your hard work as well. All right. Thank you again. Congratulations to both winners and all the participants today. They did a fantastic job. Whatever the outcome, the point is more and more people have learned about you. So on behalf of HKTDC, I would like to thank our strategic partner AMTD Group for the great support and for making Startup Express a more comprehensive program so as to help more local startups build networks, market their business, see potential partners, and enhance brand awareness. And that's why if you would like to watch the marvelous pitching today, once again, and you missed any part, don't worry, the replay will be available on TDC's YouTube channel very soon. With that, everyone, happy 5th anniversary Startup Express. Thank you. Have a lovely day. Keep those ideas flowing. Bye-bye.